under this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the middle, let's go. Have it right, Middles FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. A big up to every single one of you in here tonight. First and foremost, guys, smash to pieces the like button. Get me to those 300 likes. I want as many likes as possible. We've been getting lots of likes recently. Keep it up, guys. Also, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Big up to every single one of you. We have hit the 4K at Minerals FC. We are now 4K subs. We're on the road to 5K and up and up and up and up and up. And let's have it right. Up and up like the Chelsea will be. Let's have it right. Yeah. So big up to every single one of you in here. Every single one of you. Hit the notifications button as well. If you haven't smashed that, smash that so you know exactly when I'm going live to land the minerals. Also, we got the Minerals FC membership pinned at the top of the live chat. Big up to all my members in here. Big up to everyone in here. I'm going to be real with everyone. I'm going to fucking go ham tonight. I'm going to land the minerals on anyone, whoever. I don't give a fuck. Yeah? Because I tell you what, yeah, I'm going to say it how I see it. Everything. Yeah? And I'm going to bring up all the shit that no one wants to talk about. Yeah? That's what I'm going to do. And for everyone in here, sit back, relax, enjoy drinking the minerals as I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be landing them. It's going to be a heavy one tonight. It's going to be a heavy, heavy one tonight. I ain't mucking around, and you'll understand what I'm saying. So big up to Gabriel in here. Big up Stritters. Big up Johnny. Perfect weather tonight for a mudslide. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Big up Mitchie, what a meltdown. Potter out, MM out, Kai out. Big up Johnny, big up to you. Yeah, we're gonna dress all this shit. Big up Chelsea old boys. My geezer, let's have it right. Let's have it fucking right. Yeah, we see things they'll never see, and that's a fact. All right, so we need to humble these little pricks. Every single one of them. I'm gonna do one tonight. Yeah, we're gonna humble. We're gonna show them. Yeah, we're going to show him. Chelsea, old boy says, I'm so stressed. I don't even want to go to City. Where's my Chelsea? Where's our fight and passion for the badge? Up the Chelsea. I know I'm ranting tonight, but believe me, I only have true love for my Chelsea and it hurts. I understand transition and building the process, but with heart, that's all I ask. And I agree. I agree. Spam the chat as much as you want, Chelsea always. Big up, Mickey, Joy Boy, JD and Coke here, Chelsea always. Love that shit. Big up Mixter, big up Faded, big up Sonny G, big up Chelsea Till I Die, Taha's in here. Lateness is greatness. Sorry, guys. Yeah, big up Francis, big up CFC, the Chelsea boy, Lee Taylor, Kieran, Leo, everyone in here. Josh, that's Josh Sands, not the prat on Lewis's channel. Not that, Josh. Let's have it fucking right. Skills, Robert Mills, Havies, every single one of you. Yes, shooters, Immortal Technique. I'm running for all of you lot. Blue Hope, Young President, all of you in here. Max on Lee, Arth, Atharv, all of you guys in here. Big up to every single one of you, yeah? Big up to every single one of you. Smash that like button. Very important to smash the like button. And sub and all that jazz. I can give a toss, actually. Fuck it all. Whatever. Do what you want. I don't give a toss anymore. Big up to Mitchie. Need to change it up. Broja and Gallagher to start. Some energy, ambition. Sterling and Uber. Not it. MM running about like a loony, making up for them. Listen, let's have it fucking right. Let's have it fucking right. I'm going to start with this. No, let me hold off that. All right. The Arsenal. Well done for your informed side. A massive informed side goes and only beats us what? 1-0. 1-0 from a mistake from us. Is that all you fucking got? That's what you done, yeah? You're celebrating 3 back-to-back wins at the Bridge. Well done. What a fucking trophy. What a trophy. Jog on, will ya? Literally jog on. You fucking nowhere near Chelsea and you know it. You know, you give it all the big one, even when you're in the fucking mud for what? 17 years in the fucking mud and you still give it all the big one. We've got the authority and right to give it the big one because we've won our 2 Champions Leagues, our 2 Europa Leagues, our fucking Super Cups. We won the Club World Cup. You ain't seen that. You ain't ever going to see it. So let's start the tone. Let's set the narrative, yeah? Because too many of these Chelsea fans in the fucking platforms on so-called representing us are so fucking weak, bruv. They're so weak, mate. Do you know how many times I've watched them go on platforms? Go on platforms and just fucking chuck our Chelsea on the ground. We're fuck all. We're not going to win nothing. Yeah, we're shit. All our players are shit. Yeah, where's your bollocks, mate? Yeah, where's your bollocks? Ain't nowhere to be seen. They've been snipped off, mate. Must have gone to the NHS. Fuck knows. Who gives a shit? I don't give a shit. I'm going to say what I say. Where do I begin? This is how I'm going to say it. It's a number of things. And it ain't just about this loss to Arsenal. It stems way far back than that. Way far back. But like all these toss spots in the fan base, most of them, the keyboard warriors, the Twitter virgins, the fucking ones that ain't even grown in puberty yet, the FIFA merchants, all these numpties, yeah. Every single one of them are only about the now. And when I mean the now, I mean like literally today, yesterday's game. They don't even go far back as fucking when we had Tuchel at the start of the season. They don't go far back to the sanctions. They forget all that. That's all in the bin. Fuck it. Yeah, let's throw it in the bin. It's all gone. Diminished. No, it ain't. These are the repercussions of all this shit. All the shit we went through as Chelsea fans. All the shit that no other club in history's gone through, but we've gone through it. But everyone wants to forget that, dismiss that. Fine. That's you, not me. I don't forget this shit. So, I've seen it all. I didn't do a stream yesterday, not because I ain't got the fucking minerals. I did it for a reason. And my reason is this. I wanted to see every single one of them. I want to see every single one of them, how they react, what they say. And I've seen it. And I tell you what, diarrhea. Fucking diarrhea. Worse than diarrhea, gastritis, bruv. Yeah, where you're bedridden. Yeah, that's how bad it is. That's what I've been hearing. All right. I'm disconnected with Chelsea. Oh, I don't even watch the game. Oh, I just woke up late. Fuck it, I'll get up late and not watch it. Fuck off. If that's your attitude as a Chelsea fan, and I say a fan, and do you know what? There's a fucking difference between a fan and a supporter. There's a big fucking difference. Yeah, fans is just a fan. It's a fan, bruv. A supporter is a supporter, bruv. A supporter supports their club through thick and thin when we're going through shit and when we're at the top. There's no in between. There's no wishy-washy. I haven't seen any of that in the fan base. All I've seen is the fan. The fan. There's no fucking support in the dictionary in their brains. There's nothing called support anymore. There is no support. But I tell you what, on my platform, I'll support all the fucking players. I support the gaffer. I support the club. I love the club. The club goes first. That's the bottom line. It's bottom line. But you don't throw all that out of the way because you lost to Arsenal, a fucking informed team with their strongest 11. Is that how that's how so wishy-washy you are? So weak-minded. That's the way you're going to go. And write your club off. We're not even going to make top four. We're not even going to get Europa League. We're going to get relegated. Is that the mindset? Is that what you really think of your football club? Like these players haven't achieved what they achieved under Tuchel last year and the year before that. A team with no Eden Hazard and a transfer ban, and we got top four. But you're telling me we can't do it now. I'm going to explain why all these things are coming out. I'm going to explain all these things. All right? But I am tired. I'm tired of these narratives. These narratives that keep pushed out all the time. These narratives pumping down people's fucking brain cells, if they've got any, the little that they got. And I don't stand for it. On here, you don't get it. You don't get it on here. No one's going to fucking see that on here. So that's why you support this channel. It's as simple as that. All the wrong uns, all the haters, that's for you. And I hope you're watching. And I hope you watch to the end because you need to. You need to watch it. You have to be here to support me. I love it. Fucking do it all day long. It's no skin off my nose. My nose is beautiful, by the way. Yeah. So, a full strength Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0. A full strength Arsenal beat Chelsea 1-0. Now, I said to troops, I'm not using the injuries as an excuse. I'm not going to use them as an excuse. The team that was put out is a team that was put out and a team that was available to an extent. There's context to that. There's context to that. But you take three big world-class players out of their side, they'll be lucky to get a draw. They'll be lucky to get a draw. All these Chelsea fans saying we got battered. We got battered. We didn't get battered. We didn't get battered. No. We had a few chances. It was a game of few chances, that whole game. Where we got battered, so let's bring in context, is the midfield. The midfield is where you win and fucking lose games. And I said it countless times. I said it in the transfer window. I said it last season. I cannot bear to go through another season with a year older Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, another loaned player in Zakaria, and Kante, Kovacic, injury prone as you like. Nothing changes in the midfield. Nothing. It stays the same. If anything, it dips a little bit more. And that's why Chelsea are declining even more. We've got a 38-year-old Thiago Silva. A 38-year-old Thiago Silva that we have to rely on at the back. We bought a Koulibaly, he doesn't even get played yesterday. We got Chilwell fucked. Gone for another, I don't know. What's he out for? 2 months, 3 months he's out. He's gone. We lost him all last season. Right chilly off. He's out of our campaign this year. We got Reece James out for 8 weeks to 12 weeks. Another fuckery there. So already you're down. You got Kante out till February. You're even more down there. And you're talking about pivotal players. Fucking great players. World-class players. But we'll dismiss that. We'll dismiss that. That's got nothing to do with the way we're playing, is it? Don't be so fucking stupid. Don't be so stupid. There is a reason why we are playing the way we are. And when you take key core components out of your team, this is how you end up. This is how you end up. So, big up to Mitchie for the Super Minerals, by the way. Big up to Mitchie as well. Big up to everyone in here. We're just going to keep rolling, bruv. Going to keep rolling. I'm just going to scroll down the chat so I've got the bottom of the chat ready. Yeah. So Martinelli got pocketed by fucking Dave. Can you believe that shit? Can you believe that shit? That geezer, what did he fucking do? Apart from his off the ball movement and his holding of the ball, that was it. I didn't see him have a shot. I didn't see him create anything. Asby had him on lock, and that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right. Credit to Dave. Credit to Dave, yeah. I just seen it, geezer. Big up for your Super Minerals, Dial Squared. No way we're losing to Arsenal. Drink your tears. Listen, I back my team all the way. I don't give a fuck who we're playing. I don't care who we play. But I do not go into a game saying I'm going to lose. What's the point? What mentality is that? What support is that? You go into every game thinking you're going to win it. And we had every chance to win it. We could have won it. We should have drawn it, really. You lot didn't really do that much. You honestly didn't do that much. You got Jesus having a goal drought. He missed a couple of chances, and that's that. You know, you had to rely on a sloppy defensive corner from us. You know, where we didn't clear it. If Kai Havertz clears that ball, you don't score that goal, and you probably don't score for the rest of the game. And that was the type of game it was. It wasn't a very exciting game. It was pretty, like I said to you, it's the midfield battle. It's the midfield. But big up for your donation, geezer. Appreciate it. Even though you are a gooner. So, I'm just going to roll with this, mate. I've got a lot to get off my chest. A lot. Big up to all you gooners in here supporting the fucking channel. Let's have it right. You know the deal. Let's just go into it. Fuck it. Let's just go into it, bro. Let's go into it. Right. So it's a number of things. Yeah, a number of things. I don't think Arsenal played. They played all right. They're the informed team. But for me, we were not at the races. And that's it. I said when I was with troops, I said there's 3 things Chelsea have to do. 3 things. Most important things. Doesn't matter who plays. These are the 3 things. First thing is to make sure you're close so you can actually try and recover. The second thing is to win the fucking second balls. Yeah. You have to win the second balls. It's an absolute must. And the third thing was, do not let Partey breathe. It's a no fucking brainer. Don't let him dictate the play. You know Zinchenko's going to come in the midfield and help him out. So, those 3 things we didn't do. And because of that, you're already at a downer. You're going against an informed team not doing those 3 fundamental things. We know about Saka. We know about fucking all this shit. Martinelli, Jesus. We know about their off the ball work rate and their movement, right? And there's a main reason we lost. All right, it's a main reason. And this is really the way I summarize it is. Arsenal at the moment play like a fucking team. They play as a team. Every time I watched them with the ball, everyone knew where to play the ball. Everyone had the off-the-ball fucking work to get into position to receive the ball. They all knew their job roles. They all knew their way of playing. Every single one of them knew that. They played as a team. That's why they ended up just scraping that win, because it was a scrape. It's a scrape win. Otherwise, it's a 0-0. Done. Chess. Check. Whatever. Yeah? Chelsea, on the other hand, we play like individuals. We play like individuals. We don't play as a team. We don't play as a team. And to be honest with you, I know why. I know why. I'm not going to say these things and not give you a fucking answer, because I'm going to give you the answer right now. The reason we don't play as a team is because we have no consistency. We have no patterns of play. The players always changed every game. We've got rotation every fucking game. 4 changes, 5 changes, 6 changes. Every single time there's rotation. So where is the consistency? Where are the patterns of play? Where's the chemistry? There is none. There's fucking zero. So what chances are you going to create? What chances are you going to create? This is the problem. And I have to point the finger, and I'm going to point the finger a lot. I'm going to point the finger firstly at the gaffer, because I don't know what the gaffer is thinking, playing Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho in the middle and having Mount fucking in there working like a dog, when you got 2 players that run like they're fucking 100 feet underwater. And every time they get the ball, where does it go? You talk about pass completion. You talk about all that nonsense. But where's the ball being completed to? Backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways. Nothing fucking forward. And when it does go forward, you got players out of position. It's disjointed. It's fucking unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Big up Chelsea, old boys. What will Bowley do now to support Potter? Up to Chelsea. Bowley wanted this shit. Bowley done it. I've got so much to fucking go into, and it's unbelievable. You guys with the soup minerals, you're going to lead me onto different pathways, but fuck it. Let's roll. Let's just land it, bro. Big up to everyone in here. Like and subscribe, all that shit. Right, so Bowley chose this, yeah? When I was pointing fingers, I'm going to point fingers at the gaffer firstly with a team selection. When the fuck do we play a back 4? You're trying to match Arsenal with players that are not our full-strength players against an informed team that know their roles. Back 4, knowing that they ended up playing the 4 in the midfield, right? Forget the fucking 3, it's the 4. All right? And you're playing Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, and you're relying on Mount. Kai is a 10. Obama fucking Gooner fucking rat up front. And I'll explain why I say that statement. And then you got Sterling fucking in no man's land. Same old shit. All right? The gaffer should have played a wing-back system. He should have played 3 at the back. It suits Silva and it suits Jorginho. You didn't play these formations, so you nullify and expose those 2 players that are fucking fundamental, because they're the only fucking players available that are fit and are able to play in this game. So you didn't do that. So we're down there already. You're playing Loftus-Cheek. He's just a squad player. And I love Ruben, but I'm going to be real. He's a squad player. He's not a first teamer. That's the reality. Too slow, lost physical jewels for the size of the geezer. They all gave the ball away. Everyone gave the ball away. But the problem is there's no outlets. When you got the ball, when you win the ball back, which was very hard to do as a team. It was very hard. Credit to Arsenal. They keep the ball well and they press very well because they play as a team. They move together. Funny that, isn't it? Transitions go together. Wow. No brainer. No brainer. Why aren't we fucking doing this in training? Why are we not? With Tuchel, we had high ball recovery, 85% possession, dictating play. After his first game against Wolves, it was 0-0 and we fucking dominated them. Then we went on to just win and draw and whatnot. How hard is Graham Potter's philosophy to implement into these players? It's not a dig. It's just Tuchel's come in and done it. He's analysed the squad. He knows the players. And he's played a certain way to benefit as many players as possible. It's just, that's how it is. That's how it was. Fact. And now he's come in further down the line and we've had all these injury problems and you saw the cracks appearing again. He paved over the cracks and they're appearing again. What fucking cracks are you going to fucking change? How are you going to fill them in when you've got the same players, bruv? Same players in midfield. The gaffer, Tuchel said it. What's going to change? We've got the same players. He's fucking right. So why is everyone having a meltdown now? Like, we didn't know all this shit. Everyone knew this. Everybody knew it. It's not like news. We all knew this. It's called a fucking rebuild. It's a rebuild. We were under a rebuild before fucking when Lampard came. We're in a rebuild. Under that regime. Now we've got the new regime come in. Big bollocks. Let's get rid of Tuchel. Fuck it. We're going to get rid of everything, Roman. Fine. You've done that. Cool. Now you're going to have to accept if we don't get top four, you have to fucking keep Potter. But let's have it right. You don't make top four, forget about all your transfer plans. Going and signing your fucking Declan Rices and your Bellinghams and all these Nkukus and Leos. It ain't happening, bruv. You're in dreamland, mate. You're on your fucking horses. Yeehaw. You don't work like that, mate. It's a fundamental. And it was always a bare minimum requirement at Chelsea Football Club to get top four. That's what we're built for. We're built Champions League. We're fucking European pedigree, mate. That's what we are. So why has these... They're not even standards dropping. It's the lack of addressing when you had Tuchel to listen to Tuchel and get the fucking players that he asked for. And instead you didn't do that. You thought you knew better. So we're going to blame Potter for all this. Potter's been in here for 2 months. 2 fucking months he's come in. He's had no pre-season. He's done all this shit. And granted, Tuchel, he came in at that time, midway through the season, and he worked unbelievable miracles, yeah? But that's because he's an elite gaffer. He's experienced at that elite level. He's worked with Mbappe's, Neymar's, Verratti's. He's worked at Dortmund. He's got a CV of credibility to come into a job at Chelsea and hit the ground running. Potter doesn't have that. You are gambling with Potter. You are gambling with a beautiful ideology of lovely football, a blueprint that worked at Brighton with no pressure, less finances. But pressure's the key word here. Pressure. That's where Roman got every fucking player and every manager to land the minerals. Because without the pressure, doesn't push you to the limit to deliver. And right now, I'll tell you how it is. Right now, Potter's come in to try and please the team. To try and get everyone united. Yeah, please everyone. That's why everyone keeps changing and playing. There's no continuity. There's no consistency. It's all just chop, change, plus the injuries. Granted, you've got all the injuries. So you're forced in areas there as well. Yeah. So Bowley has to answer your question, Chelsea old boys, he has to support Potter. What's the point in sacking Potter if you don't get top four, you don't do whatever your target is this year? What's the fucking point? It defeats the whole object of you sacking Tuchel, doesn't it? And do you know what it does? It mugs the owners off. The owners don't want to be mugged off. No owner, no billionaire wants to be mugged off. All right? And that's how it'll look. And the fan base will go in turmoil. They already are in turmoil. They'll fucking go and do lally, yeah? Because of another loss, yeah. But yeah, in Champions League football, we're fucking cruising because we're built for cups. We're built for knockout competitions. We're not built for consistency. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic? But for some people just can't register that. Can't register it. No, can't register it. New midfield, 300 million and spend it. Bowley up to Chelsea. Exactly. But I'm saying if you don't get top four, Chelsea old boys, what big players of the quality required are going to want to come to your club? you're going to have to throw a lot of heavy wages at these players. You have to throw a lot of heavy wages. It's clear the midfield needs major surgery, major issues. You cannot fucking tell me, bruv. You cannot tell me that the attack is shit. Every fucking gaffer that's come in, everyone's the attack shit, the attack shit, the attack shit. Why is it fucking shit? Why is it not performing? Ask that fucking question instead of going and just finger pointing at players going, they're shit. Because our transitions are slow. Our transitions ain't there. We don't have the key components in midfield. Arsenal's midfield, let me go through it. Partey, Sitter, can play a fucking ball over the top. Can score a goal even. Can play the short passes. Press resistant. That's number one midfielder. Number two midfielder. Xhaka. Been their best player. He was getting in forward line positions, waiting for he was creating the overlaps, helping the overlaps in work rate, pointing to Martinelli where to play the ball in front of my eyes, knowing what positions to be in every time they come closer and closer to our byline, to our penalty box. So, a different midfielder there. You could argue say box to box, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Central midfielder. And then you've got Odegaard. Good touch. He's got the ability to play a ball. Links up, movement. 3 players in our midfield. Name me all those 3 profile players in our midfield. They are not there. You got no Kante. Jorginho's a sitter, but he can't do what Partey does. Let's have it fucking right. And if you think he does, you're delusional. We don't have a Declan Rice. That box to box, that ability to sit. And we've got Minerals Mount. Put Minerals Mount with a fucking DM, like we did against, what was it, Zagreb, and let him win the man of the match. He'll do everything for the team. But right now, we don't have those components. We're playing Loftus-Cheek, Jorginho. Fucking hell. And fuck Jorginho paying him 280 grand a week. You're a long way from Starbucks, fella, for a 31-year-old or whatever. No chance. No fucking chance. He's too limited. I'd rather go and spend the money on Declan Rice and a fucking Bellingham. And that's the reality. Great servant at Chelsea. But if we want to go forward in the Premier League, not Europe, because he's built for Europe, Jorginho, we know that. For the Premier League, no. You ain't winning no fucking titles with Jorginho. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, not good enough. Squad player at best. You got Connor learning his trade in this difficult situation. Got great opportunity, great potential. He's great. You got Kante with no working ligaments, having surgery. We don't know what player he's going to be back. And now you've got a Kovacic, a fucking cover, who's perfect for our midfield, our best midfielder by fucking light years. And the gaffer's not playing him because he's scared he's going to get injured for the World Cup. Because he wants to avoid surgery. For the love of God, I do not understand why the gaffer didn't play Kovacic against Arsenal. You have to play cover. You fucking have to. If you've got any chance in that midfield. And you were same for the second half. And you still didn't bring him on until what? 10 minutes to go? When the game's fucking 1-0 down? It's just like, it's not right. You either want to go and win this game or you don't. And frankly, we didn't. We didn't win. And it's almost like we didn't want to win. Which is even worse. So you have to put fingers on the gaffer there. Wrong team selection again. Decision making. Not there. I can understand shit. I can understand what he's experienced right now. I get it. It's going to be painful right now. But Chelsea fans ain't ready for that. They don't know that. They don't understand that. You know, it's a process. There is a reason for the meaning word process. You need to fucking go with it. All right? Let's have it right. Arteta's out in his 4th season. The geezer what? Got 8th? And then he got 7th or 6th. I think they were lower than that at one point. All their fans, Arteta out, Arteta out. That was the fucking trending every season. Arteta out. And now all the wishy-washy flip-flop merchants have gone, oh, Arteta. Yeah, because this is the going rate with the supporters and the fans, generally the fans. Yeah, when it's going great, you're all on it, you're all lapping it up, drinking it in. But when it's tough and it's going bad, you're quick to fucking land your agendas. And that's what I do not do. I will not do that. I will not do that. I'll say it real for what it is. You know, we're not built for the Premier League. We haven't been built for the Premier League since we won it with Conte, and even then, we didn't even have European football. So it was a lot easier, more manageable. But this squad is a pick and mix. You've got 5 previous managers in this squad. What fucking continuity? What kind of blueprint are you trying to build like that? You can't. So there's a massive repair, massive surgery needed at Chelsea, and you have to start now. So you either accept that we are in that process, which we've been in fucking even under Tuchel, but everyone wanted Tuchel's head. All you fucking wrong-uns wanted Tuchel out, and now here we are. Well done to all you lot. Well done. Feeding into the narrative. Well done. Look where you got yourselves. Look where you making your content now on Chelsea. You bunch of clowns. Bunch of clowns. We'll deal with the goons at home, Johnny, lad. No, I ain't saying that shit. You're the biggest bottle jobs going, geezer. Big up for your super minerals. You're fucking, you got a wig merchant, mate. Like, I ain't even worried about you lot, mate. I ain't worried about you lot. But big up to your donation, mate. Watched when I went home and watched a different performance than the princesses described. Yeah, they didn't watch the work rate. They didn't listen. It's just sad that we've lost the game because, to be honest with you, I think a draw was a fair result. A draw was a fair result. I didn't feel like they did enough, Arsenal. It was just the fact that they played as a team and they took advantage of us being sloppy in a certain moment, and that's what it takes. Same old Chelsea like that. Same old Chelsea. Yeah, same old Chelsea. Let me just run through very quickly, make sure there's no one else in here. Meltdown, I have why change Super TT is evident. Now we are paying the price players for different formations and styles, heart, passion, and fight up the Chelsea. This is what I'm trying to explain is that Bowley had to land his fucking so-called minerals and be the big bollock daddy because they didn't want to listen to Tuchel. They didn't want to agree with Tuchel because they think they know everything about football and they don't. And they should have humbled themselves. Yeah. We talk about humbling. They only should have humbled themselves and worked with Tuchel and give him the fucking chance to build. All right. He had every right. He earned every right to build. Everyone knows how I feel about that. Countless streams back in Tuchel. He's never been able to build his own team. He's never been able to buy his own players. These players that we bought, you're telling me they're all Tuchel players. You're a long way from Starbucks. No fucking chance. No chance. No chance. You can believe all the brown envelopes. He called this, he called that. Yeah, do what you want. Believe what you want to believe. I fucking know. No chance. Maybe 1, 2, if best. That's not enough to rebuild, to compete. The gaffer said in the pre-season, Tuchel, when he was gaffer, he said, we're not ready for this league. We're not ready for this campaign. And he was fucking right. He didn't say anything wrong. He was saying the truth because he knows that his players that he's got are aging. He knows that we've sold out all this dead wood. We've got rid of it, but we ain't bringing in enough quality. We ain't bringing in the fucking DM, a main component. And they all bitch and moan. Tuchel says, yeah, we don't need a midfielder. He's not saying that. He's trying to protect our fucking bank account at Chelsea. That's all he's doing. He's playing the game. Of course he knows. He wanted Declan Rice for crying out loud. That tells you everything you need to know. We've been trying to fucking sign this guy for 2 seasons running. And Cuckoo and De Jong don't come without CL. No, of course they won't. They're not going to come. No, none of these players will come if you don't get CL. And you're not going to sign them now. You're going to sign them in. You either pre-sign them in January and hope hopefully you get it done. And in that way, whether you get top 4 or not, you've got these players. I mean, with Declan Rice, I don't see it being too much of a problem because he's already playing that. They're not even playing Europa League, are they? West Ham. So for him, I don't see a problem. Someone like De Jong, 100%. You ain't signing him until January. If you ain't Champions League, forget it. Kiss goodbye to that. He ain't going. Big up Top Bins. You're right. The way our team is right now, we've got the shell, but we've got no fucking engine. No shell. No engine, bruv. No engine. Forget your V8s, your V10s and all that. You're running on 3 cylinders at the minute. Fucking piss poor, bruv. Piss poor, mate. This is my thing, right? When we had Tuchel, he kept Ziyech, didn't he? He kept Ziyech and he kept Pulisic. That's what he did. He kept Ziyech and he kept Pulisic, yeah? 2 players Tuchel did not fucking want, and he kept them, yeah? Kept them. All right? What's this geezer doing now? What's this Ziyech fella doing now? What's he doing? Where is it? Fuck's sake. It's not even here. I thought it was here. It's not there. That tosspot needs to get the fuck out of Chelsea. He should have been out of here in the summer. He's posting fucking Instagram stories of him scoring a goal for Ajax against Chelsea, you fucking mug. Who the fuck are you? And all these wrong ones, they ask, drop Mount, drop Kai, drop this player, drop that player. For fucking who, bruv? Who are you dropping him for? Ziyech? You're going to drop for Ziyech? You're going to drop for fucking Pulisic? Pulisic, another fucking merchant, a mercenary, wants to fucking leave our football club. You're going to drop him and play those guys? Then play players that want to play at our football club? And then we move on to this geezer. This is a fucking shambles, bruv. It's a shambles, bruv. What's he doing, mate? Liking that. Nothing personal to then unlike it. And no one talks about this, yeah? No one talks about that, right? But you're very quick to come and hate on your fucking players that delivered at your club. You're very quick to go and single point them, but you won't speak on Aubameyang, bruv. No one's going to speak on Aubameyang, bruv. Well, I just fucking have. I've just spoken on him. And what he's done now is unacceptable. Unacceptable. That guy playing over Broha is a disgrace. It's a disgrace. So you, Obama, fucking who, what, yeah, what, you're a gooner. You got the tat on you. You're a disgrace. You don't want to be at a football club. You're a mercenary. And fucking the Lego merchant, the Lego head merchant was correct to fucking get rid of you, mate, because you're a joke of a footballer. Why is no one talking about it? What did he do? Are you lot fucking stupid or blind or something? What did Aubameyang do? There you go. He's so big on the fucking off the pitch. Oh, it's nothing personal, it's this and that. And to be fair to him, yeah, he shouldn't have done that video. He didn't want to do it. Well, don't do it then. Tell PR I don't want to do it. Yeah? But then the performance against Arsenal was shambolic. 8 touches. That's fucking Lukaku level, bruv. Everyone's fucking nut. It's the same old shit with his fan base, yeah? They'll go on, oh, he doesn't get the service. Doesn't get the service. But what does he do to get the service, bruv? You're going to pinpoint Kai Havertz's shit ball. Yeah, it was a shit ball. But how many fucking chances did we create anyway? Yeah? What did he do to get involved in the game? Nout. Nothing. There was no heart from that geezer. Where was the heart? He shouldn't have been on the pitch after the second half. He should have been subbed for Broha. Broha come on and had cameos where he's dribbling, having Arsenal players chasing him. Couldn't fucking get the ball off him. So I don't want to see Aubameyang in the team. Terrible, bruv. Disrespectful. That is disrespectful, what he's done. And no one wants to talk about it. He only came to Chelsea. Even Troops told you lot. He only came because Chelsea's the only club in there. Another fucking mistake from the board. Another fucking mistake. They used two. This proves they used Tuchel's name. Yeah, let's have it right. They used Tuchel's name. That's why they sacked him. What, a week after the transfer window? You sacked Tuchel a week after transfer window because you got what you wanted out of him. Shoehorning Ronaldo and all these players. Let's say it how it is, guys. Why is everyone not saying this shit? Why is no one saying this stuff? Where's all this hate towards Mount and Havertz, but you deflect away from that? You think Mount and Kai Havertz are going to go and like posts mocking our loss to Arsenal of all fucking teams? You are a long way from Starbucks, mate. You are a long way from Starbucks. You don't even know what star is. The two stars on a fucking club crest. You probably can't even see them. Because Kai Havertz, Mason Mount were part of that fucking second star. Let's have it right. Straight after the game, he went on social media. Straight after the game, he went on social media because he doesn't give a fuck. So, I've addressed it. I've said it. You act how you want to do with him. And another funny thing is, I said it and I've been clipped. I've got it on my streams during the transfer window. I said, I don't want Aubameyang. I said it to Troops on my last stream. I never wanted him. Top finisher, all that jazz. He's not elite. He's never won a Champions League. He's not even won a fucking league title. And this is the standards that we've gone to help. Let's have it right. You've gone and helped Barcelona by taking that player off them. It's a fucking joke. We're getting treated like cowboys, bruv. Big up, thanks for your those super minerals. You can't give Potter time after TT1 UCL. No, I think you have to. They've made their bed. They've got to line it. They have to give him time. You can't. Potter's not going to do what Tuchel did. It's just, listen, I believe we could go and win the Champions League this year. And then fucking hell, everyone's in the mud. Yeah? Because we're built for that competition. We've got every chance in the Champions League. I'm not worried about us in the Champions League. But to put the pressure to have to go and win the Champions League to be in it next year because we're so poor in the league, it's not right. We have to back this guy. I'm there to back him, but I knew what was coming. I knew we're in this rebuild. You got that, what's his name? Sugar Sean fella putting out a Potter out video. It's ridiculous, bruv. It's ridiculous. Tuchel ain't coming back, mate. These owners will not bring Tuchel back. It's just not going to happen, mate. He is Chelsea old boys. Facts, mate. We helped Barcelona by buying Uber Shambles. Yeah, we did. Exactly what I said. Big up Sykirin, yeah. Sykirin, sorry. Big up to you, geezer. Keep it respectful in the comments, guys, and all this shit about race and that. I'm not into all that. Yeah. All the mods in here, if anything's out of line, you block them, time them out, whatever, yeah. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't tolerate anything to do with mental health, any racial, any personal shit, anyone getting personal. You make sure they're timed out. You keep it respectful in here. You can have your bants. Everyone can have bants, but don't get personal, bruv. This is a football channel. Big up to you. We gave Arteta time because he won the FA Cup first season. Yeah, but what about all the other time, bruv? I mean, come on. You can't just base it on an FA Cup. He's obviously sold a project, yeah? He sold a project. He's basically robbed Pep's blueprint. That's what he's done. But he's mixed it with Liverpool. Because to me, you lot play a bit more like Liverpool than you do Manchester City. But that's because you don't have the players to play like Manchester City. Maybe that's the route you're going to go. I get all that. But your fan base was relentless, geezer. You lot were all Arteta out t-shirts. They're all in the fucking drawers at the minute. Maybe they're going to come back out if you have a massive fall off a cliff, which I think might happen. I think your squad is as thin as Michael Jackson's nose, mate. And that's trouble, man. That's trouble. Because once that gets to that thin stage, it can all fall apart. Can all fall apart. So you know what I mean? It is what it is, bruv. It is what it is. Big up to everyone in here. There's almost over 250 people. Like the video, subscribe if you ain't subscribed, yeah. And we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on now. But this is the thing. What I'm trying to explain to you, yeah, is that Pep, Ollie, Klopp, Arteta, they've all had between 3 and 8 years. If you look at their stints, Klopp got what? Was he 8th as well? Didn't make Champions League for the 3rd season. Am I right? I don't know. I have to go back on that. But, and look at their decline at the minute. Look at their decline. You got to keep refreshing it. You got to keep investing. Yeah. But let's have it right. You Gooners, you've got a net spend of over 500 million. You're number 5 on the net spend for the last decade. Yeah. And that includes Arteta. Yeah. Chelsea are 10th. We haven't spent as much as you lot. And look what we've achieved as a club without having to spend that. We've won another Champions League, a Super Cup, Club World Cup. Last year we got into another 2 domestic finals. Yeah. And we're not built with a blueprint at the minute. We were trying to build a blueprint with Tuchel and that went all out the window. But this is what I'm saying. This is down to the owners now. They've got to live up to it now. They've got to back this gaffer. You have to back him. 5-year deal. You've brought his whole backroom team. You've got his whole network. You go and sack Potter, you've got to sack every single one of them, bring in another manager to start the whole process again with a same group of players. And if you sack him after the January transfer window, then you'll bring in more players in that the new manager might not want. It doesn't make any logical sense. It's the wrong move. You have to stick with this gaffer. He's got the right brand of football. He's got a winning formula. Let him implement it. It takes time. But unfortunately, this whole immediacy thing, it's not realistic right now. Tuchel knew what we were on a decline, yeah, but they didn't want to listen to him. So I point fingers at Potter's decisions in the games and for the games. Yes, I criticise him for that, but I back him 100%. All right, he's not out of his depth. He's a Premier League manager, but he's never been at a club of this stature, an elite club, the biggest club in London. He hasn't been there, so he has to live up to that sharpish. Yeah, he needs to get to grips with that sharpish. And I don't doubt he will. He's a very self-confident geezer and he'll do that. Yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing you point out is the ownership and their reluctance to listen to an elite manager that they had before. And, he obviously dented their pride. Let's have it right. They didn't get on. There's issues behind the scenes. He's getting phone calls 24/7 about players in the team, how are they doing, blah, 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 and all this shit. And he's not used to it. He's too above all that. He's not there to educate. So I get Tuchel, got frustrated. They broke down. There's approved fuck-offs on the way, yeah, between each other, exchanged. I get all that, yeah. But sometimes you have to bite your lip for the goodness of the club. They didn't do that. So they went with recommendation, even though they've been in the game for 5 minutes, and they're going to pick Potter. That's the guy. That's the man. Fine. Cool. Nice one. All right. When it drastically is going wrong, you can't just go and sack him because that defeats the object of what you're trying to do at Chelsea. All right. But it's clear as day if you look at Bar City, because City thrown a lot of money, yeah. But Liverpool took ages. United are still there. They've probably been in transition ever since Fergie's left, and they're still there. They're still at that stage. But they're getting better with Ten Hag. But he's just walked in. So the whole process starts again. Because they had Ollie for 3 years. Yeah. Didn't win him a trophy either all that time. Got him to finals and all that. Yeah. But yet we win trophies, even though we know we're not got that identity yet. Yeah. And then Arteta wins one FA Cup and then doesn't win anything, doesn't even get Champions League football, bottles it last year, Champions League football. And now you're seeing his blueprint with a few signings of his own, more signings, and getting rid of that Aubameyang and all that. Yeah. You're starting to see in fruition what they want to do, the direction they're going in. So it's not rocket science. It takes I think for Chelsea, 2 years. That's what I give it, 2 years. If you stay in Champions League this year, 2 years is bang on. If you don't get Champions League this year, you're talking 3-4 years. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. And that's the way I see it. Keep it respectful, people. Football talk only. Members or non-member, you will be kicked out. Yeah, keep it respectful, guys. I don't give a fuck. Keep it respectful. All right, so well done, Arsenal. You got your 3 points. What a trophy! Fantastic, great stuff. You're still not winning the title. Facts. You ain't winning the title. You deluded, dreaming. But look, you give it a big un, expect to give him back to you. Simple as that. Yeah, simple as that. So let's get into it now. Let's get into it. We are going to land the minerals now. Let's go. I hope you're ready for this. It's going to be fantastic. Let's just check that. All right, we'll go with this one. Let's go with this one. Let's bring up this geezer. I'm doing this simply for one geezer I know. Big up to Tony, my geezer. Chelsea SW6. Great video the other day. And I watched it. And I tell you what, I agree with you, Tony, mate, who knows this geezer personally. This was disrespectful. This was fucking disrespectful. So I'm going to land it now. Let's go.
100. Absolutely 100. Like Jorginho giving it the Bertie near the end when Xhaka was getting the crowd up the away end. Jorginho piping up, shut up, mate, get in the bin. They're literally getting the bin. Yeah, Xhaka told him straight as well, jog on. Like, unbelievable. They were rattled as well, absolutely rattled. Their fans have been running their mouths for years.
Our fans have been running our fans have been running our mouths for years. It's you lot, mate. You lot fucking run. You run your gobs so much. You're the biggest team in London, this and that, blah, 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 all your fan base. You're actually an all right geezer. I don't mind this geezer. It's nothing personal with this geezer. But let's lead on to it because that's nonsense that we just give it. We got the right to give it big un because we're an elite club. We're the biggest club in London. So we got every fucking right and bollocks to say what we say. And it doesn't matter whether it's you lot, Spurs, whoever it is. You got to know that we are the daddy of London.
Yeah, and we've beaten them 3 years on the spin at their ground. Not the Chelsea you used to be, mate. That's for sure.
Right, that's it. Fine. Well done. A trophy, not. 9 points, yeah? Fantastic. I don't really care. It's not nice to lose to you lot because you were actually shit those 2 times we played you. You've only been decent this game, but let's be real, should have really drawn it.
That's for sure. They could be. They've got the money. They've got a decent manager. Didn't show it today. Got some good players, but they didn't show up today either, did they? You know, mad. Actually mad. But yeah, fuck Chelsea. Excuse me, boss. Team you support. Can't you see? But yeah, fuck Chelsea.
So there we go. Fuck Chelsea. Fuck Chelsea.
We're flying. Sorry, my throat's killing me. So
yeah, Lee's throat must be hurting from the sucking on the pipe with that Lego fucking head merchant, bruv. Let's have it right. That's what that's all about. But when you say fuck Chelsea, bruv, you say fuck Chelsea. It's laughable, bruv, because the golden child here is actually one of the few Arsenal logical fans. One of the few logical Arsenal fans, bruv. Yeah. And I'll explain to you why he's one of the few logical fans. Because this geezer said it as it was. You know, he said it as it is. And this is exactly what he said, guys. This is exactly what he said. He knows what he said, but yet it's a fuck Chelsea because you got 3 points at Stamford Bridge. I mean, really? Is it you run your mouth like we're giving it all the big un when it's you lot giving it all the big un that you're going to win the league or you're fucking going to definitely get Champions League when you played 13 games this season? Is that not fucking running your mouth? So we're going to go into this one now.
But that's for another video. But for this video, listen, they've won 2 Champions Leagues. We've won none. They've won 2 Europa Leagues. We've won none. Their European record before Abramovich was better than ours. It's now miles better than ours. People are saying, Lee, I don't know what you're talking about. They ain't won 13 league titles and 14 FA Cups. Well, listen, they're the most successful team in this country in the last 15 years. Their European pedigree is second to none. And yeah, they're just they're just light years ahead of us, aren't they, really? And it just goes to show that, you know, if you make big decisions, big calls, you can pull a season around.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. You know, Lee said it so poetically there, perfectly there, that there is only one team in London. We are the biggest team in London. The title said it, but yeah, it's a fuck Chelsea. So really, in my opinion, it's a big fuck you Arsenal and all you fans, fuck off, because you're not in the same conversation as Chelsea. You're just not. You know, Arteta's in his 4th season and you still ain't won nothing, yet you're running your mouths. So let's calm it down. Let's humble yourselves. Humble yourselves. And Lee's the biggest Arteta out. If I'm correct, if I'm wrong, is he not the biggest Arteta out? The biggest Arteta out geezer on the fucking platform. He's saying fuck Chelsea and enjoying all these moments with a manager that he's been calling out. So what are we doing here? Are we flip-flopping? Are we wishy-washy? Whatever. We playing FIFA? What is it? Is this the game? Whatever. London is blue. Let's have it right. Thank you for stating all the trophies we've won in Europe because you lot ain't, and you know that we're bigger. So it's all good, mate. But to say fuck Chelsea, and you know Tony as well, he's a fucking proper Chelsea, bruv. Yeah. Then do you know what I mean? It's like, let's respect it, bruv. You're better than that. And like I say, it's nothing personal, bruv. It's nothing personal. I actually like what you say. I actually like what you say, especially that part. I thought it was fantastic. It's brilliant. But you know, there's a level of respect here, and we have to respect that. You know, we have to respect it, geezer. Chelsea's the daddy. You know what I mean? Chelsea is Arsenal's daddy, bruv. Spurs is daddy, West Ham's daddy, Fulham's daddy, everyone in London's daddy. It's Chelsea. So up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. All right, let's get on to the next one. Yeah, this one's beautiful. All right. So let's go to this one. I mean, I love mudding this geezer. This geezer, I love it. I actually enjoy it. You know, I've mudded him countless times, but it's time to mud him again. It's going to be a small snippet, guys, and then we're just going to keep going. Yeah, let's move it on. Let's just largen it up so we can see this mug's face. Let's go.
That was as feeble and deplorable a performance as you will see from anyone this season. But do you know what the worst thing about the entire match was? It wasn't the result. It wasn't losing to Arsenal. It wasn't being outplayed at home. It wasn't Mikel Arteta slapping Graham Potter up. It wasn't even Mark Cucurella's shocking performance. All of that I can just about live with. Do you know what is the most shocking and the worst thing of that entire 90 minutes? It's the fact that it was totally and utterly predictable. It's the fact that Chelsea went into this game without any sort of optimism. It's the fact that I knew that we were going to lose. The nature of the defeat has upset me. The nature of the defeat has riled me. And the nature of the defeat has awoken me as touch. I think we have real problems.
Awoken. It's awoken this poetic fella. It's awoken him. Yeah. The state of our fucking team, the state of our squad. He's awoken all of a sudden, the fucking mug.
Like, that was a pitiful performance.
Yeah.
Where's the heart? Where's the fight? Where's the passion? Where's the spirit? Where's any sort
Yeah, I agree with that.
of leadership?
Yeah.
Aside from Thiago Silva, we are rudderless. We are a team built on mercenaries. And I don't think I've ever felt as detached from a group of players as I do this team. We are totally and utterly clueless. And I don't really know where we go from here. We got battered. Absolutely.
Well, we didn't get battered, but he doesn't know where we go from here. The geezer doesn't know where we go from here. Should we remind the geezer? Should we remind the geezer where we were? So before we were where we were, let's have it right. This geezer's coming out with what is Graham Potter doing. All right. And you heard all this spill, but this is the best one for me. This one is beautiful. This is poetic. This is the Rory Jennings, yeah? Get Tuchel out of Chelsea now. Get him out now, he says. Can everyone see that? Can everyone see that? In capitals? Get Tuchel out of Chelsea now. You absolute clown. You brown envelope. Wannabe celeb. A disgrace to our fan base. Disgrace of a voice. You wanted him out. And now you're questioning, what is Potter doing? Then we lose to Arsenal, and all of a sudden, bruv, you don't know. You've been awoken, fella. You've been awoken. It's woeful. I don't understand what's happening at Chelsea, you fucking mug. We've been in a rebuild for a long, long time, son. Long time. Not even Tuchel could fix it. And you're relying on offering. You wanted him sacked. He got sacked thanks to your propaganda for your countless 3 videos that you've done, and every single one I called you out on before you even got to that point. And now you're at that point. Look at the state of you now, fella. Look at you. Look at you. You knew this team wasn't good enough. You knew this team needed a rebuild, but you wanted Tuchel out. So, do I believe anything that comes out of this fella's mouth? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, you're done with, son. You're mudded. I can't be bothered for you. So, you're literally in the bin. So, you can get in the bin. You go on AF TV, Mr. Rory Jennings, and you disrespect our club. Yeah. You take the brown envelopes to get paid by your Don Robbie. I get all that shit. I understand. Or whoever pays you, fella. All right. They all fucking do it, you know. But you go there mocking us, putting us down, false feeding narratives, false narratives. And this is what happens now. This is what happens. I will address it. I've just addressed it. And you're the one propping Arsenal can win the league. You're the one saying this is, and Chelsea's so woeful. Will you put us in this situation with your narratives to every fucking geezer out there? Anyone who reads on social media, anyone who goes on YouTube, any fucking numpty, whoever subscribes to this wrong un needs to go and check themselves. Because that is shocking. And I've got it. I've muddied every video he's done when it comes to Tuchel. I've muddied this guy. This ain't even the worst one. This ain't even the worst one. But his beloved Chilwell, because he hates Cucurella, he cannot stand Cucurella, all right, even though he's fucking depth and he's quality, and Manchester City and Pep wanted him. But no, Rory doesn't want him. He's shit. Why are we paying that money? And he was venomous at Cucurella in the game against Arsenal. Fucking venomous. And he didn't actually have a bad game. You know what I mean? He's not played his left-back role for, I can't remember how many games, whether we played back for. Yeah? He's played left centre-back. That's not his position. So it's not his fault. He's adjusting. New manager. All this shit. Even though he's played the manager's not got his blueprint that he knows yet. But we'll disregard all that and we'll dig our heels in at Cucurella because that's the fella that you are. You're classless. You got no class. No class, no minerals, just pure venom. Just pure venom. So that's that one done. Let's go to the next one. Not a video, but everyone knows what this fella says, yeah? This fella's laughable, bruv. All right? So we're reminded, actually, before I bring this fella went on TalkSport with the beloved Mark Goldbridge. You know, they probably got their contact numbers and they arranged it. And he went on there and he was having a fucking dig at Tuchel about how he coaches the attack and how we're this and that. And we've got no this and no that. All right. Everyone mentions all the problems, which Tuchel knew. Tuchel knew all these problems. Of course, he's aware. He's more aware than any of us are. He's in the game. He's a fucking professional, elite manager. He knows. Doesn't need these wrong'uns coming on, propaganding their shit, adding to the narrative and the campaign against Chelsea, because that's what they do. You see, it's funny. It's all the ones within the fan base that feed into the campaign against Chelsea. When the campaign against Chelsea, all the main media platforms just sit back and go, yeah, this is perfect. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to. We just sit back and watch them all just kill each other. Yeah? It's hilarious. Yeah? Well, this guy's another one. Came on, digging at Tuchel, never spoke of sanctions, never spoken that we're in a rebuild, just like Rory. We're not in a rebuild, yeah. He's losing the dressing room. This is all the narrative. Can't coach attacking players. All our attackers are shit. We're not buying this when he's never signed his own players up to that point. Never signed his own players. And now he spent money in the transfer market, which it weren't, for him only to get sacked because it's all fed into it. This guy comes out with this nonsense. For anyone mentioned Tuchel, this guy played a huge part in how we attack, literally built no proper connections under him, cause players won't snap out of that in 1 to 2 months. He's also to blame for this issue. So he's blaming Tuchel on the way we're playing under Potter, which is laughable when Potter's got a different philosophy. All right. And that's another wrong and move. And then the beautiful video, the title yesterday. Here we are. No plan, no clue. Is costing this mistake is costing Potter. So already we're building the narratives on Potter. Yeah, on Potter. So I bring up all these wrong-uns because these wrong-uns actually have platforms of 150k, 200k followers. They feed this stuff out. They feed it out to a lot of people, you know. So you've got to call it out, and that's exactly what I've done, you know. So like I say, it's a Minerals FC MUDFEST bloodbath right now. Literally is. It literally is that. And I will see troops. I'm going to arrange it all. I don't hide from no one. Win, lose, draw. I'm fucking here for the Chelsea. I back my team. I back my players. I support my players, even though we didn't have the heart in that game. Very few players had the heart in that game. And the rest just didn't know what their roles were. I don't think the players bought into what Potter was trying to do because it didn't show on the pitch. And that's another reason maybe why we performed the way we did. So there's lots of context around it. Lots of context around it, guys. We have to understand these things, you know. You bring up Mason Mount all day long. Everyone's like, Mason Mount, he was shit. He was this. He was that, right? When we talk about most goal involvements, Mason Mount is below James Maddison, Bukayo Saka, above every single other. Look at that. He's above Foden. He's above Jadon Sancho, Grealish, Sterling. And what's the fundamental fact here? What's the fundamental fact there? No one wants to talk about it. Well, I'm going to say it. What's the fundamental fact? Mason Mount is the only one on that list that doesn't play in his position. All the others, Maddison, number 10, Grealish, plays that system, that free rolling with Pep. Joe Bowen, you know his position on the right. Saka plays his position at Arsenal. Sterling at City plays his position. Phil Foden, Conor Gallagher is even up there, but that was from Crystal Palace. Yeah, you're going from Crystal Palace as well. So the team was built around him. Jadon Sancho, shocking what he's doing at United, playing on the left or right. Doesn't play anywhere else. Doesn't play midfield. So Mason Mount is out of position. He's right up there statistically. And not only for in that chart for the English players, he's there for Chelsea. But yet, you all want to fucking come at him in this game. This game, he worked like a bull terrier. He was chasing everything down. In fact, he kept Odegaard quiet. Odegaard didn't really have a sniff in this game. What did he create in this game? Did you hear much about him? In fact, didn't he get subbed off? So that's discredited. You talk about loss of possession all the time. This is what these lot want to talk about, loss of possession. Every player lost possession in this game. Everyone in this team. He was working so hard off the ball to press and get close because the rest of the team ain't got the capacity to press. Sterling tried, yeah. Aubameyang, fuck no. He can't press for shit anyway. Kai Havertz tries, but you're left with Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho in the middle. So you're always on the back foot. You're always trying and recover the ball, but you can't recover the ball. You have to rely on your 4 defensive players to recover the ball. Georgie did, on and off, wasn't consistent throughout the game. Everyone goes with all the stats, but let's have it right. I've got a lovely stat. It's not even a stat. It was brought up to date for my attention. This was brought up for my attention today. And I put it out as well. So to all the statisticians, out there who base their football opinions on numbers only, during his time, Cesc Fabregas had the worst pass completion percentage in the Chelsea side. And there's a reason why he had that. There's a reason why. Because he was consistently trying things, as opposed to taking the safe 10-yard pass for fucking 90 minutes. What does Mason Mount do? He tries his hardest to make things happen. He played one ball from being a defensive phase all the way over the top to Sterling and cut Arsenal open. But what do we do with it? Fuck all. Every time you win the ball, your players are not in the right positions because we're disjointed as a team. We're not playing as a fucking team, guys. So, like I say to you, same old story, guys. It's the same old story. This is the problem. People want to keep going on about that shit. Yeah, I believe that. They're all fake subscribers joining and then they do it for other rival fans, all that. I get people in here, other rival fans, coming into my chat, subscribing. Some of them leave because they just want to be in here. But a lot of them, I've got a lot of supporters. Leicester's, Arsenal, Spurs. We've got Newcastle's. We've got all sorts of fans on this channel, yeah? But they're genuine. They're genuine. They're not fucking bought or there because I report on their clubs, because I don't. I just don't do that. They enjoy watching the Minerals, bruv. That's it. That's it. You know, everyone's quick to bring me up all the time. Oh, I'm toxic and this and that. No, I say it how it is. And I fucking do what I want when I want, yeah? Do what I want when I want. The only person I'll have on tonight, there's only one person I'll have on tonight, and that's Chelsea Old Boys. The only geezer I would have on this channel right now. Everyone else, fuck off. Right? So, if you're about Chelsea Old Boys, I'll put the link just for you, and you can come on, geezer. That's it. That's the only geezer I'm having on tonight. So I'm going to go on to the next part now. Yeah? Next part now. All right? This one is a juicy one. We're going to get onto this one now. All right, so here we go. All right, I'm going to do this first, Chelsea Old Boys, and then I'm going to put the link in the chat for you, bruv. And then you come on, geezer. So let's go on to this one, bruv. All right. So this is why you're not coming on, Lewis, for this reason, yeah. And I'm done with all your fucking panelists. I'm done with all that shit and these narratives. We'll talk. Definitely, we're going to go on show. But for tonight's stream, this one, I have to humble you, geezer. I have to say it how it is, mate. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we're going to play what you spill here. We're going to play it.
Mason Mount, what the fuck does he do? I ask this question every game and I get told waffle about off the ball movement and all that bollocks.
This is the problem with the entire fan base, bruv. They don't understand what Mason Mount offers. Lewis, you go to the games, geezer. You know exactly, bruv. You've seen it firsthand what this player gives to our team, yeah? But yet you're saying, I don't even know what he does. What does he do? He's poor, bruv. He's so poor, bruv. I know your emotions are running high because we lost to those fucking goons, and I get it. But at the same time, where's this energy for Aubameyang and fucking players that have been shocking, bruv? He's got one Premier League goal, bruv. Where's the same energy? Where is it?
What did he bring today other than just being dispossessed? Mason Mount, what the fuck does he do? I ask this question every game and I get told waffle about off the ball movement and all that bollocks. What did he bring today other than just being dispossessed and giving the ball away all the time? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, the same thing.
Right, I'll tell you what he does, yeah? I'll tell you what he does. He holds the fucking hands of the two midfielders. You bring up Loftus-Cheek and you won't bring up Jorginho, obviously. We know that. You love Georgie, yeah? I get all that. But Georgie had some fucking terrible moments in this game as well. And every time Georgie got the ball, it was pass completion rate, yeah, but to fucking who? In what progressiveness? What great transitions? None. And the same goes for Loftus-Cheek. You got Mason Mount trying to close channels, trying to stop. And this is the gaffer's fault here, putting Mason Mount on fucking Ben White all the time. He's just stupid. When you got Partey in there, you got Odegaard, and Mason Mount had to get in between Odegaard to try and stop Odegaard. But where was this? Where is this talk about it? Where's this talk? There's none of that, bruv. It's just let's go into Mason Mount. What does he do? I don't know what he does because you buy into all the nonsense on your platforms with all these guys you have on. They're all fucking Mason Mount haters. They want him sold. They want him gone, bruv. It's bad. That's bad.
Speaks magnitudes that the most slandered midfielder in our squad, Jorginho, was the...
No chance. Jorginho is... do you know what's funny, yeah? The funny thing is, Jorginho does get a lot of stick, yeah? But nowhere near Mason Mount, mate. Nowhere near Mason Mount. Nowhere fucking near it.
Only good midfielder out of the lot today. The only good midfielder.
Obviously.
Havertz, I'm tired of the excuses. He's fucking shit. Mount needs to fucking pattern up. Because these performances have been the same for the last 18.
Why, Lewis? Why, bruv? Why is it always Mount and fucking Havertz, bruv? Why is it always those two? You never talk about anyone else like this. It's always Mount and Kai, Mount and Kai, Mount and Kai. It's pure agenda, bruv, and it's fucking wrong, mate. It's wrong. And you tolerate it on your platform. You let everyone fucking dig their heels in. No one understands the value of Mason Mount. I just brought up what Fabregas does. He's got the worst completion fucking percentage rate, because he tries so hard. Mason Mount gives everything for this team. He was fucking trying his hardest in this game, but it's not his fault, bruv. Every player on that pitch was off positionally as a team because we don't play as a team, but you won't talk about that. It's just, let's get the fucking, build the narrative to all the Twitter virgins and all the platforms to just dig heels in Kai Havertz, to stick with your campaign against Kai Havertz of just, I want him out, he's shit, he's no good, and disrespect everything the kid's done. It's just fucking laughable, bro. It's embarrassing.
18 months. And the only thing that saved him last season was that he was getting GNA. He's not doing it now. These performances are not...
All right, so before, last year he was getting GNA, but you said, quote unquote, he's not our most consistent player. Right? In fact, he's never been our most consistent player, although he's won player of the season back to back and has been our most consistent player. Isn't it ironic that every manager at Chelsea Football Club, and England for that matter, through the youth, picked Mason Mount? Every manager. So am I going to listen to people on platforms and there are fucking dog shit opinions, or am I going to listen to the professionals in the game that know the value of Mason Mount in this team, that actually understands what he does? That's who I listen to. That's what I see. But you don't see it, geezer. But you want to bring up GA. When it's GA, it's still not good enough. When he doesn't give GA and he puts in a performance like he did in the first season, it's not good enough. He needs a GA. You can never please these guys. You can never please them, bro.
Stop flying under the radar. Pan the fuck up. Mason
There we
Mount.
go. Pattern the fuck up. All right, that's great. Let's go on to the next one. Next one's brilliant.
On the shot.
Here we go.
What the fuck does he do? I asked
Here we go.
Mason Mount. What the fuck does he do? I ask this question every game and I get. Be real about these players. Stop fucking mollycoddling them like they're children, like they even know you fucking exist, because they don't.
Well, actually, funny enough, Lewis, you're wrong there, because the players do know we exist. You see, it's interesting. This is a fact because it's been put on the platform. Trev Chalobah, Jorginho, funny enough, Georgie, even Reece James for this matter, have all spoken about the social media, the messages they get, the hate they get, how it affects their mental health. Yeah. They bring all this up. Trev's spoken about it enough. Jorginho's spoken it plenty. But everyone wants to mock it, bruv. Oh, they don't know who we are. They don't see our accounts. They don't know. Of course they fucking do. Of course they watch. Of course they know. Let's not be naive about it. If they know what's good for them, they'd stay clear from social media. But they don't. They're human beings like us. So when you say all this no support, they don't deserve it and all this, it defeats the object of being a supporter, bruv.
Call them what they are. They are very privileged players in a very privileged position.
So is every footballer, bruv. It's no different at Chelsea or any club, bruv.
Stinking up this shirt for way too fucking long. Call it what it is. I am tired of people saying we need to defend, we need to back, we need to support these players. Back these players when they fucking back the badge on the shirt.
But they all have way before this era, bruv. All these players have played for that crest. And no disrespect, Geezer, but you have been fucking countlessly attacking Mason Mount and Kai Havertz since the start of the season. There has not been an ounce, an inch of support at all, bruv. So I discredit all this. I discredit it. But it obviously, it gets a reaction out of the fan base because you're pushing a narrative which all these numpties think. And that's where I'm disappointed, bruv. I'm literally disappointed, bruv. We all want our team to perform, bruv. But there's a message, there's a way of doing it, mate. There's a way of doing it. And you haven't done what you do. You haven't even supported them before we got to this stage. This season, you've just been fucking hammering them. Our team is fucked right now. Our team is so unbalanced, bruv, that all these issues have been apparent for a long time. It's just now, under this manager, we're starting to see it bubble up. And no one has got the minerals to take it and accept it. And that's the bottom line. You have to support them. You have to back them. If you've fallen out of love with Chelsea, then jog on, go and support another club. Don't watch football then. Don't talk about it. Don't go on platforms. Don't talk about it. You know? And that's why, bruv, today I ain't having you on, Geezer. I don't want all your toxic brown envelopes in my chat. I don't want all that negativity shit. I'm here to be positive. I want to back my club. I understand the process we're in. I understand the transition we're in. Right? And that's it, bruv. I'm not blaming Jorginho. When have I blamed Jorginho? And if you think Jorginho deserves 250 grand a week, then you're crackers, bruv. You know, you're crackers. So anyway, that's that, bruv. I said my piece on it. I'm not going to entertain it anymore. The fact that you don't know what Mason Mount offers tells me everything, bruv. So like I say to every single one, go and do your research, bruv. Go and do your research. All right, Chelsea old boys, I'm going to get you on now. So I'm going to put a link for you. And it's nothing, and let's have it right, yeah? It's never anything personal with Lewis. I've got respect for Lewis. We get on. It's all good, bruv. But when it comes to opinions, bruv, that's it. That's it, bruv. It's toxic, bruv. Your narratives on your platform are toxic, mate. Fucking shocking, bruv. All right. Why is it not fucking clicking, man? All right, there you go, Chelsea old boys. I'll put it in there for you, Geezer. Get on here. I want to hear someone with sense, mate. Someone who's got an actual brain. And we all know that our players, there was only very few players that tried hard. Mason Mount, regardless, when he's on that pitch, he tries his hardest, bruv. Absolutely tries his hardest. Yeah. Works so hard, bruv. So hard. But we disregard it. So it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. And then we'll back. Everyone wants to back. You see, you say drop Mason Mount, and you say you drop a Kai Havertz, but you want to play Pulisic and fucking Ziyech. It's just beyond me, bruv. All right. There's no point anyone else coming on because you ain't coming on, guys. I just want Chelsea old boys on. That's it, bruv. That's it. Big up Chelsea old boys, my geezer.
Hello, Johnny. Hello to all our Mineral fans out there and that. And yeah, I just want to say one thing though. I'm just going to back up our Lewis on there. All this racist thing about Lewis and that, disgusting. Don't ever put our Lewis in that sort of category or frame and that. He's a good kid. He's through and through. He's Chelsea, this and that. You know, if he doesn't like certain players, blah, 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 yeah, don't ever call him a racist because that kid is not. Okay, let's put that to a stop, man. That is just disgusting. All right, big up to you, Lewis, Carefree Lewis TV. Everybody subscribe and like him as well, and especially to Minerals FC, subscribe and like. Yeah, but no more racist on there. That is disgusting.
Is that what was going on in the chat? Because obviously I saw things.
Yeah, it was, and it's not right. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, coming back like yesterday, well, what can I say? I mean, it's just so disheartening yesterday. And I mean, again, midfield, you know, Potter, we played against Salzburg and that. Seeing Zakaria supporting Jorginho, we had a good little balance in the team there. Play him. Let's see him. 6'3". Let's see Zakaria bully that midfield as well and give him that support, because in that game we saw Jorginho, okay, pinging balls. That's the first time I saw him. I think he probably pinged about 15 through balls. Yeah. So play that system, play it. You know, we had Silva, Aspie, and I would say like Georgie, they were probably the best players on the pitch that day, even with Trev and that, yeah. The rest of them, they were lackluster. But I understand, when the midfield doesn't work well, okay, we've got no cohesion, no heart, no passion or anything else, other players, all right, look less on the pitch. So saying like Mount and that, we know what Mount can do. He can support, he can run to the death all day, all right? But when we got like slacking players in their positions and they're not doing any justice for our team with that heart and that passion and that fight, okay, other players are going to get found out. But another thing I've got to say, Havertz, he was out of his depth. He should have passed 2 times. Yeah, he should have seen that. And we could have probably been like 1-0 up. That's another thing which really upset me. Cucurella, he got found out because he had no support on that on that left side. Yeah. Man had too much going through him. On top of that, we had Zinchenko. If you notice, they played a 3 at the back. Zinchenko came in the midfield with Partey. Yeah. He made up like as a 2, as a DM, and they were playing balls through us, left, right, and centre, just beating our midfield. So it was sad to see, you know, because I just want passion, I want fight, I just want everything. And we only saw that in the last 10 minutes and that. But come on, my Chelsea, you know. And Potter has got a lot of blame for that as well. He's got to see and understand certain players, right, play them in their position. I think RSC, he's great. I love him and everything, but we got a DM in there like Zakaria. I know we brought him in and that, but at least he's a specialist. He understands his position, right? And if we see how we help Jorginho, play him again. He's got confidence. He's just scored a goal, you know? And our midfield 3, instead of splitting them up, so he played Georgie as the holder, yeah? And then he had RAC and then Mount, all right, either side, but a bit pushed up. Play him in into a flat 3.
Flat 3, exactly. Yeah.
completely, because then you got more combust midfield, all right? Let them come onto us, but they wouldn't be having those passing lines as well. It was just upsetting. I mean, you could see it, you know, constantly.
But this is the gaffer Chelsea old boys though. Like this is how he set them up. I mean,
And I know that.
one thing I know with Mount and most of the players, they will do what they're told. Like you get a certain amount of freedom, but your shape and the way you're set up is how you're told to be. You have to listen to the gaffer. They don't just go on the pitch and go, "Oh, we're going to do whatever we want." So the way you're talking is how we should have set up. Is how we should have set up, but we didn't do that, and that's why. You know, all right. I think Potter showed too much fucking respect to Arsenal. And I didn't like it one bit at home. Yeah, that's the first thing. The second thing is the selection wasn't right. Loftus-Cheek shouldn't have been in that game.
No.
You got to play cover. You have to play Kovacic.
Definitely.
You know, if you want to have a chance in this game, and he didn't do that. And is there a part of cover or the medical team saying you can't play him because he'll get injured or he'll miss the World Cup? I get all that, but this is a derby, mate, and we need the points.
Yeah. Well, if he's injured, why is he on the bench?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why not start him? Yeah.
Or if he's in the red zone, whatever.
I don't give a shit about rest or anything like that. You should start him. Yeah. And they know that they got two big men in there. They've got Xhaka and Partey, okay, who are big, bustling midfielders. Yeah. So we need someone big in there. Right, we played Sakari, 6'3". He had strength and everything. I know we only played like Salzburg or Zagreb and so forth and blah blah blah. I've had enough of that. But you know, we got someone who's big and robust and knows his position. Yeah, play him. Let's see what he can do. Something different, and give Arsenal a different problem because they don't know about him. They know about Kovacic, they know about Mount and Ruben and Jorginho. So play him a little bit, see what he can offer. It's just so frustrating. And on top of that, at half time, we got away scot-free. Yeah, actually, they only really had that header in that, and I believe we should have been 1 up, even 2 up, if Havertz played the right balls. Yeah, to Auba. Yeah, let's be honest about that. But at half time, change it. We got away with it. Why didn't he change it? He saw that Sterling or even Havertz weren't playing well. Put Pulisic on, yeah. Change the midfield a little bit and see what happens. Yeah.
Why did he leave Uber on, bruv? I mean, Broha should have been on there. You saw what he did when he came on. Yeah. I know he lost the ball a few times on that because he's trying, but like the geezer was causing him more problems.
Well, he did, but Johnny, let's be honest here, all right? Because if Havertz squared those balls as well, I think even Sterling as well to Aubameyang, I think he would have put it through. He would have put it through the net, and he didn't do that as well. So we can't really blame Auba too much. But you know, he did change it. At least we saw some productiveness out of Broha, but he should have changed it from the start. It's just frustrating. I just want to see this heart, this passion, and this fight out of us. And it was just so flat. And that was the most demoralising thing I saw out of my Chelsea. And it's been quite a few years to see that, actually. You know, so there's a lot of defects.
Is this not going to be a wake up call, though, Geezer? Because you know, we have to win. I know it's Carabao Cup, but we're still against City. God knows what's going to happen in that game. The cup game never, like, we're built for the cup, so who knows? Yeah. But maybe it's a game where he just says, "Look, like this is what I'm going to play." But Newcastle's a must-win, bruv. We lose to Newcastle, which we've got a terrible record at. Our record there is shocking. Yeah. So
always has been.
You know, and they're another team in form. We're playing. Listen, let's have it right. If we played our full strength team against Arsenal yesterday, we would have beaten them.
100%, definitely.
They did not. They did not actually scare me, bruv. I didn't feel scared from them.
No, but
they just run the midfield. That's what they did.
Well, we're not going to make like too many excuses. Yeah, exactly. They beat us through the midfield, but that's down to Potter to see it right. So we need big men in there. We used to have Matic with Kante. We had that muscle, that brawl, and that destroyer in there. Yeah, we only had Jorginho in there. We didn't have anybody who was on them, banging onto them, giving some dirty fouls. You know, taking them out and making them think, wow, we're in the game here. You know, we didn't have nothing like that, and it's just so frustrating just seeing that. And you know, Potter's got to see that, he's got to understand that, and make some changes. And again, we've been saying all year, our midfield, we need to change our midfield. You know,
Yeah,
there was
I've been
nothing,
saying it.
absolutely nothing, because then we start blaming Mount. Then, oh, he didn't do nothing. This and that. How can he do anything? Okay, well, actually, look, they all. Another thing, I think we oversprayed our pitch as well, because our players were slipping all over the place as
Well,
well. I
Havertz
don't know
slipped in a great
if you
position,
noticed that.
didn't he? Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, so many times, like their first touch, their everything. What was it? Because they were under pressure, or the way Arsenal were playing with the three at the back, with the two midfielders like Partey and Zinchenko? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
Zinchenko,
just
yeah.
like I thought that. Oh yeah, you know, they got a player on them, right? The minute they got the ball, they didn't know what to do as well with it. So it's just so confusing.
Did you not notice, Geezer, that Arsenal's every time they play the ball, it's basic game in football: pass and move, pass and move. Everything was pass and move. But Zinchenko was
slick.
always there
It was
as an
slick.
outlet for
Yeah.
Partey or for
Yeah.
whoever's with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like the decoy. I
Yeah.
was saying to the geezer to next to me, he's
I
a
know,
decoy.
but Johnny, you might say decoy. I'll give Potter one thing though. They saw what they were doing and they were pushing out Sterling onto that side of where Zinchenko wasn't there, right? And we had a few chances. We could have scored
To
one or
play the
two
ball.
goals from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Well,
we
Mount
beat them
played
on
the
that
ball
side.
from deep. If you saw,
Yeah, of course.
he played that one ball
Yeah.
and it went to Sterling. And I don't even know. I can't remember
Yeah.
what happened then.
It
Did
was
anything happen
Sterling
from that?
and yeah, he
Was
done
that the square ball he missed or something?
Yeah,
Was
no,
that the?
he done this beautiful sliding through ball for Havertz, and instead of like dinking it over to Aubameyang, he crossed it over, and it just beat everybody right into the far corner. But twice we were doing that, so we had our tactics quite well, but we didn't punish them.
Didn't
And that's a
execute it.
shame. We didn't execute it, and that comes down to Havertz as well with his like confidence and everything. He could have done that, and he should have done that.
Great point. This
You
is
know?
what I'm trying to explain when I talk to Lewis and all these people, and what I'm trying to explain to you is you say don't back them because they don't deserve to be backed. Listen, these players, and a lot of them are struggling with confidence. A lot of them are. You can tell. It's in our. It's like you get the ball, and it's like they don't know which player to play it to. They don't know. They don't. There's no consistency, Geezer.
No.
We don't play the same
No,
team
there
every
isn't.
week, so
No.
it's like it's just pick and mix every week. You don't know what you're going to get. At least with Tuchel, he had his set formation.
Exactly.
He switched up the players where it was basic rotation for fatigue reasons, or just resting them or whatever, having them on the bench. There's none of that. Mason Mount's getting burnt out. Potter's playing him every game because he's so fucking important, but people don't understand what he gives to the team. All right. And then you got Georgie's the only available midfielder that's fit all the time. So that's why he plays, because we ain't got a fit cover. Loftus-Cheek isn't consistent enough, and he's a squad player at best, and I love him. Yeah. But let's be real about it. And then you got no Kante. And then you're relying on a Conor Gallagher who's had his first season at Chelsea in this fucking diabolical situation, and you're expecting him to just bring minerals 24/7, which when the team's not even built around him, he's having to play multiple positions. So we've got all those issues in midfield. Where you win leagues, where you win titles is the midfield. Now the midfield in the Champions League, I think we're built for that. I think with Cover and Georgie, we can go and win the Champions League. I don't doubt that. And we get Kante back, and we get Reece James back, and I think we look a lot more healthier and more balanced. Definitely. But right now, we're not balanced. And we still nullified Arsenal. They had to score that goal. It was a cheap goal, really. Yeah, well, Kai just had to put his foot through it. And they don't score a goal. It's 0-0 draw. And then everyone's going to go, what? You're in form. What you done? You know?
Well, no, definitely. But, I can blame Mendy as well because of his bad positioning as well. And some of his, my heart was in my mouth.
Yeah, that one.
I'm not going to blame him all the time or anything, but that positioning, the way that ball was whipped in, it went through 3 players plus him. That's 4. So it's anyway. Look, if we lose against Arsenal like that and they didn't smash us, I know they control the game and everything because they are more cohesive. They've been playing together for a couple of years and that. I will take that. But I want to see more fight. I want to see more passion from our players, like get into their faces and everything. And as I said, our most oldest players, plus with Trev, which is Aspie, Silva. I mean, Silva was just on another level. I mean, Jorginho, all right, they were the best players. They showed heart. They showed some sort of intensity, whatever. But the rest of them, they got to lift it up. They got to do that. They just got to find it. 'Cause it's just so confusing, absolutely so confusing. I'm so dejected, to be honest. And I ain't seen us play like that for so many fucking years. Seriously.
But do you feel like I look at it like this? Like, I think the players didn't take too well. I think the players didn't really. I think we were so far off it because sometimes in football you got to look at the fundamental basics to get through games. When you're not playing well and you're not in confidence, you just have to get the basics right. And we didn't even do that. We were always second to the ball. Our press was always too late. They were quicker than us to the ball. They played the right passes. They just got into zonal positions, knowing where to go, using their strengths. But we didn't execute our possession time. When we got in possession, the problem was because our transitions are so poor and they're pressing us, because we recover the ball when they're pushing on us. So we have to be very precise in how we play it out to get into those free spaces to attack them and hurt them, right? But because we don't have the wing backs, Jorginho was like, where do I pass to? Because I've got nowhere to pass. You got no Cucurella bombing it up there, because we're thinking if we lose the ball and Cucurella's up there or Aspie's up there, we're completely nullified because we've only got two central defenders. And then your Georgie and Loftus-Cheek are left for dead, and Mace will be tracking back like a headless fucking chicken. This was the problem. So it's like you did one job, which was trying to keep Arsenal out and trying to expose Zinchenko coming in with Sterling, right? But at the same time, in possession, you're nullified. So you have to rely on that killer ball and perfect pass across or whatever to score a goal. And you can't play football like that. That's not how we play.
Well, we can't play football like that because we tried to stop Arsenal playing, but we didn't play our own game.
Our game, exactly.
Right. Yeah. So, like the wingers, okay, there's another thing I've done, which we were missing. Our wingers should have been pushed right up. So if they were playing three at the back, say, we pushed our three forward players right up and kept our three players and as like in a straight line as a three, okay, we would have made them more desperate, okay, and play them out their own game and that. But we didn't do that because we were trying to nullify them like through the midfield, stop them playing. But we gave them more time, more possession, and they were playing through the lines. Push them right up. Whenever we used to play City, like 2 years ago, okay, we used to push our wingers right out to the wings, always to the wings. And that creates space for Havertz because we were playing false nine, say, and we will make openings constantly. We weren't doing that again. You could see it. We're in, it's just so frustrating. Anyway, I'm just so.
Do you not think though, Geezer? If we played the wing, this is my thought process. I thought if we play the wing backs, it gives us the outlet, but they don't need to go forward for overlaps. You can still play your wing backs, but have them sitting there, brother, on halfway if need be. You don't need to push all the way up because they ain't got the little Cucurella has. But we're not good enough in the midfield for recovery, so you don't want him too pushed up. And Aspie definitely ain't got the legs. So, and Aspie pocketed Martinelli, Geezer. I mean, Martinelli, what did he do in that game, really?
Nothing. Absolutely
nothing.
Brilliant.
He needed Xhaka making the runs to receive the ball to get out, and he still couldn't get out.
But the problem is that Mount had to go onto Partey, okay? Yeah. Because he was concentrating on him, Ben White was bombing onto that side with Saka, and they were doubling up on Cucurella. So I ain't going to blame too much on Cucurella because he had his hands full.
Yeah, he did.
Literally.
But do you not think if we played the wing back, though, that blocks that channel, Geezer? Because you could you can almost tuck a flat back free, right, with a wing back system still.
Yeah.
And why do you do that?
Look, even if he didn't do that, I would have played like Chalobah on the right. I would have played Koulibaly with Silva, okay, with Cucurella. All right, that's the way I really wanted it. But he didn't do that. He should have played the three at the back. He should have went safe, because if you don't know your best team at the moment, go back to basics. The way we know and the way we are set up, okay, and the way our players know that system, play that way, and at least we'll have more fight, more energy, and more cohesion. Yeah, and he didn't do that. So
Yeah.
we got to, we've got to ask these questions on Potter and that. He's been meddling about with our formation, this and that and the other. So if you play players like, say, Zakaria, yeah, play him in there, see what happens, rather than having Ruben in there. See what happens, because Jorginho was playing much better with him. He had more protection, yeah, much more, and we all know that.
I agree.
So do that. Why change it again? We know what Ruben can do. We know
Because
it.
we were playing not to lose and not to win.
Well,
that's the difference. We
it's a
respected them
massive
too
difference.
much. We respected them too much, mate, and I didn't like that.
No,
Not at home, man. I'd
100%.
rather go out there full guns blazing, trying to win the game, and fucking play how we did, just trying to be defensive. Like, oh, there's some fucking big, massive club and team, and their title, they've been winning the title back to back, like we're playing a City. They're not. This is the thing that winds me up.
Yeah.
And
they might not be though, Johnny, but one thing I give them credit, right? They know how to play quick passing, silky football. Okay, but that's bringing in like Zinchenko, even like with Jesus as well, right? Coming from City, they're slick and they know that one-touch football, quick passing, and that's how they beat us. Yeah, it was so
pace kills. We know that.
Of course,
every time you play with pace, and I think they're quite direct, like Liverpool, as opposed to City, the way they play.
Yeah, and they were pressing us right up to the top.
Yeah, if you look at Liverpool, they'd have Firmino, Mane, Salah, yeah, and now they've got Jesus, Martinelli, Saka, and it's a similar outlet. But the key ingredients are in the midfield. This is what I'm talking about. The different profiles in midfield. We haven't got that, and we haven't had it. But why the fuck have we not bought anyone? It's like it's not. We're not experts in the game. Yeah, we watch enough football to give a quality opinion, right, or what we see. But these are experts in the game, mate, and they're not going out and buying the right profile players to allow us to have the balance that we need as a fundamental basic in football.
Yeah,
it's fundamental to have a defensive midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder, a creative midfielder, attacking players that can a striker, or a different type of striker. You have one ball playing centre back and one destroyer centre back. You have a left back and full back who've got pace, recovery, have good passing. Defensively minded number one priority, but they've got the ability to go forward as well. Yeah. If you look for our team, there's no core like that. There's no, like, we've got a core, but it's limited, is what I'm saying. It's limited.
Well, it is limited because when you ain't got the midfield, it will be limited. We ain't got that connection between defense, midfield, and then from midfield into our attack. So January, it's vital and imperative that we get at least one DM, at least one. Yeah, like that Alvarez. I love South American hardmen. Yeah, bring someone in there because he can play fast as well. Okay, but he can hold it. So we need someone in there. So the ball now. This is the big question about them. They need, if they're going to back Potter, they have to go out, and that's what I said, they got to go out and spend 300, 250 million and build our midfield. And then another 200 mil to go and get our attackers. Because if they don't do that, it's not going to happen. All right? Somebody like, I remember when Tuchel said, I want somebody who can play on the wing, who's creative and who can beat a man. Somebody who's that tricky, beat that one man and bang, And we need these things because that's the type of football we want to play.
And we're expecting that from so-called Pulisic or a fucking Ziyech or
but
Hudson-Odoi when he was there. Or You know what I mean?
Definitely. But Pulisic should have been given a chance even at half time. He should have seen that and said, right, I've got away like half time. It wasn't working, so he should have done that. And he
And
didn't.
someone who can bide you time for your players
Yeah,
to get into
of
positions.
course.
This is
So
where we lacked it. It
of
didn't
course.
stick with anyone.
They scored the goal and we still waited another 5-10 minutes till we changed it. I mean, change it, man.
Yeah, what the
Change
fuck's
it.
that all about? And
You know?
also, Chelsea boys, yeah, this is a very key point. Did you notice in the second half they slowed down? First thing. Second thing is, the after the goal, they didn't. It was like just sit back, literally sit back and absorb it, and not let us break them down.
And
And
that's what they've
that's
done.
exactly their game plan.
Yeah.
And I knew this was their game
Yeah.
plan. All right. It was always a 1-0 in a way. It could have been a 2-1. You never know if we had fight back or whatever. But the thing is, it was whoever scores the first goal. And the moment they got that first goal, it was like, I'm being real, yeah. And it doesn't mean I don't back my players. I back all my players. I back my club, yeah. But I never felt in that game that we were going to score, apart from some moments in the first half. When it came to the second half, and I knew they slowed down, I didn't feel like we were going to score a goal. And when we went 1-0 down, I thought no chance. The only way we're going to get a goal was maybe a set piece, like a free kick or a corner. And that was the worrying thing for me, because it's like we can come at them for the mentality and the fight, but if you're not playing as a team and you're not playing regular together, where are you supposed to get that from? You're relying on a bit of brilliance. And that's not how Arsenal did it. That's not how they play, because they all play as a team. And like with Chelsea, where we've been in the dumps, right? We can take that Napoli game or whatever.
Yeah.
Champions League.
Yeah.
All right. And everyone thought, oh, we're written off. But it's like, we know our roles. We know the players that are going to play. We know our 11 to an extent. Therefore, even if when you do go down, they did score that goal, you felt that we've got it in us to come back, because if we just play our game, we can do it. I don't think the players at Chelsea right now know what they're doing. I don't think they know how to get out of a game, when they're deep in it. And this is the worrying thing, because that stems from the gaffer, it stems from the backroom staff, and it does stem to the players to an extent. But these players are kids, man. They need to be directed.
Yeah.
They need to be, told constantly. And that's why.
Well,
I just feel that Potter needs
I'll
to.
probably disagree with you
sit.
there a little bit, Johnny, because I thought we played really, really well at some stages. We cut them open, all right? And Havertz, when he got into the right position, all right, it was the individual, okay, wrong decision, okay, where he could have crossed it back straight to Aubameyang, and that would have been 1-0. And we cut them open 3 times. Yeah. So I ain't gonna listen like saying like we need that individual brilliance. We actually played, all right, as a team. Okay, we knew what we're doing because we were beating them on that. It was on the right hand side where Zinchenko was coming in. Okay, we were going for it, and we were beating them on that side twice. Okay, they could have cut it back, and we could have scored. Seriously, yeah. So individual brilliance, nah. But I disagree with that. I actually believe we could have scored. Yeah. So one or two of those little mishaps that that thinking, knowing where Aubameyang is, all right. Instead of like lobbing it over the top and that, he could have just squared that through. Did he panic? Did he this? Did he that? He's been on form. He's been playing really well. He should have just crossed it back.
Do you not think Aubameyang's position could have been better though?
Well, I think he got into the right place, so he's just waiting for the ball. Yeah.
I mean,
well, we don't know until, all right, if Havertz would have crossed it, because he lobbed it over and it went well over.
Yeah, no, that was that first one when it was like literally,
and that was vital. And we were cutting them through. Yeah, so we were playing all right. We were doing it. So just imagine if he crossed it back, this and that, and we got the goal. Just imagine how our confidence would have been as well. would have been
That was,
this,
that was the
you know,
first one. I was thinking
of
of the other
course.
one. That's why.
Well,
Sorry.
both of them.
The first one was fucking.
Yeah.
That was the one that went
Of
literally
course.
all the way to the
Yeah.
corner flag. That was
Of
just,
course it was.
you know.
So
Listen,
you know,
he fucked up. Kai did that, and he should have done better. And I was going mad
yeah.
in the ground.
But we
and I
had
get
another
that,
two,
but
3 chances like that, Johnny, as well. You know, so we need to evaluate those sort of mistakes. That so the right decisions, he could have done the right decision as well. Now, you know, so
But
just little things like that.
we're not
Sets the
clinical,
tone.
geezer, though. Even
Sorry?
like we mention these 3 chances, but it's like they come at different moments in the game, but you're expecting these players to just like which they should finish it off, yeah, if they get the ball, or they don't get the ball, but we're not executing it to deliver, but also to score as well. You know what I mean? So it's like we need to create more chances, which in this game is a game of few chances. These sort of games are games of few chances, and if you don't take those chances,
Right.
then that's it, in it, right?
Exactly.
They got that one
Yeah.
chance. They had a couple. They had Jesus, Mendy made the save, and then they got the corner, which was really Kai. He was actually defending very well in the game for near post.
He was. He was
First,
tackling that really
and
well.
it was just same one, and then he just didn't put his foot through it, and then it somehow crept through. And it's just like, it's just
that's a mishap. But we can come back to like a few scenarios now. We were slicing them through. Okay, we were creating opportunities, and we did work on that. Yeah, because we saw Zinchenko coming into the midfield, and we had that open space, and we were working on that. So we had the opportunities. We really did, but it didn't happen, and that's it. So 1-0, I'll take it, but we need to. I'll tell you what. Just. I'll tell you what, I get lost for fucking words because seeing it like that is just so frustrating. Not because it's Arsenal, this and that and the other, all right? Just
manner.
I know we can play a lot better than that, and we are much better than that. And to have them there, all right? We let anyway. We probably thought, Arsenal playing really well, and we played to stop them, and that's not what. Anyway, I didn't want to see that, you know.
What did you make of the Aubameyang thing? Because I'm really fucking offended by it.
Well, I'm not happy about that. Definitely not. But these are we sign these players. We know what they're like. They love the social apps and blah blah blah, and we've seen it. And I give them benefit of the doubt. I just want to see them come up trumps and start playing well and start scoring goals.
What do you what's your it's hard to say, do we feel confident about City? It's laughable, isn't it, really? But we need a reaction out of this team. We need a reaction from the gaffer. He's meant to be really good with the psychological part of the game and confidence building, and that he needs to dig it out of them. He needs to stick with a team. I know it's hard, and I get the injuries. I understand that, but Tuchel had that as well, and Tuchel
all the time. He had it all the time.
Yeah, and he's getting results.
Yeah, of course.
So what's the excuse for Potter?
The excuse for Potter is
no time with him.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, we got the World Cup. I think a lot of players think about that as well. I think he's still trying to find his feet at Chelsea. It's a massive, massive club, massive step up.
Yeah.
So he's trying to find the right balance. The problem is signing a 5-year contract. All right, we're at Chelsea. We want to be top 4. Are they going to give him that time? All right. He knows the pressure that he needs to finish top 4. Yeah. I don't care who you are, what you are. Okay,
you have to have that pressure.
Of course, and he will have that pressure, but that pressure is different from being at Brighton, Swansea, and that was it Swedish club or whatever. Yeah, and then suddenly, from a was it a university? So the pressure is completely different. We want results. We want fight. We want heart. We want passion. We want everything. We want our players, right, playing in the right positions, finding the right balance. Okay, and just give them that confidence, that belief, right? And if he ain't going to get that, then Are they going to sack him? Are they going to get rid of him? You
They
know?
can't. I mean, buy me,
Well-
geezer. Like who'd you go and get? You're going to start the whole process again.
I
Like,
know. But the thing
they
is,
were better off if they're second Tuchel. They're better off just going and get Jose or something. Do you know what I mean? Get Jose back.
well, he did say he wants to come back.
Yeah, different owner
Yeah.
now, isn't it? I've got some breaking news.
Go on.
Whether we know it's true or not, it's come from someone who hasn't really got any big credibility, to be honest. But it's from Chelsea transfer, which has got 231k followers. It says exclusive. Reece James has been told he can be fit in 3 weeks.
Oh, he will be fit. Johnny, if we remember about 2-3 weeks ago, just when he got the injury, he said, yeah, I'm going to be in time and back in the squad. He said it for England, this is for the World
Yeah.
Cup. Yeah, he did say that. That kid is different gravy, bruv. Absolutely different gravy. So I actually do believe him. And that the thing is, what I'm worried about, if they rush him back, put him back into England, and something else happens, we're going to lose him again. You know, I'm just fucking
It's
fed
the
up with it.
problem.
It's a massive problem, and we've seen it how many times when so many players used to go away, like for Chelsea, and that international duty, and they come back fucking injured. How many times we've seen that? You know, how many times? But one belief I have, okay, in January, when we get our Kante back, when we get all our players back, you're going to see a completely different fucking Chelsea, 100%.
Did you hear? Because go on, Geese, go on.
Yeah, go on. Right, and the other thing, we need to get a DM. Have to get a DM.
Yeah, for this transfer window, January. Yeah,
100%. 100%. They need to back Potter. They need to give him some players in there who can come in and do a job. They don't have to be a big name. I don't want a big name. I want a player who can come in there and do the job. Yeah, people can support our defense, all right, help them out, all right, and link the defense with our attack. That is.
And do you know what? Because we've got drawn Dortmund, we've got Dortmund in the Champions League, which I think is actually quite a decent draw. It's not bad, and I fancy us against them. Even though I think they got that Bellingham, they got a good midfield, they've got quite a solid midfield. But I think up front, like I wouldn't be too worried. Yeah, I think we can deal with them. I think if we can get a result away, then at the bridge we'll do them. Champions League.
I did tell you last week.
Yeah,
I did tell you last week. I hope we get Dortmund because that.
Yeah, you did because you want Bellingham in it.
Let him go to dinner. All right. Yeah. So, and have some schnitzel with some fucking horseradish and that with their owners and that and agents and make a fucking deal. Yeah, I mean, bro.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
But listen, the one of our representatives spoke after the draw, and he goes, because of the World Cup. Because let's have it right. This Champions League will still be going on in December, but we've already we've already passed group stage already now, early, yeah. So he goes, the team that would have played before after the World Cup, is going to be different to the team we have now.
Yeah.
So in other words, they're going to go in the market in January and they're going to spend money. They're going to try and bring in some quality to get us through to try and kick on in the Champions League and get top four. And we need that. But I think the World Cup coming is our saving grace. The only problem is we need to get something out of Newcastle. Even a draw, fucking hell, we can't lose another game. That means we'll be 16 points behind top.
I know.
That's way too big of a gap.
Well, I'm actually not worried about the like Arsenal or City. Most important is being third or fourth this year because we are in transition, and I do understand that clearly. Yeah, and we have to rebuild. So the infrastructure which we're going to build, hopefully they're going to start putting a plan in motion now. Even if they're not going to join now, they've got to start doing that plan because next year we need to get the right infrastructure, the right players, and that's through youth. Into our first team to understand that we're going to play a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 and have that structure and bring players who are specialised in those positions. And then God forbid, if we do sack Potter, I don't want to bring in another manager who plays a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 to fuck the spanners in the works. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we've done that too much. We had Conte, then we brought in Sarri, who can play that way, and then we brought Lampard, he tried that, and then we brought Tuchel, and then he had to revert to the 3-4-3 and blah, blah, blah. So we need that infrastructure. So January, bring me Alvarez, a hard man DM, okay, who can play, and then
Young
somebody
and
like,
energetic.
of course, yeah, definitely, and somebody like a Trossard. I think Trossard will be a really good addition to our team, and that somebody can play there, give us something different, and I think that's about it. Because
just for this window, yeah.
We can't go out there and get the players we really want. Let's be honest about that. Yeah,
No, it's too difficult.
Yeah, of course, definitely. So I think these type of players, I think they'll be great addition to our squad, and then we'll build from there. And I just hope, Potter just gets it right and goes from there.
I still believe. I believe we can get top four. A lot of fans are coming out going, "We're not going to make top four." I generally think we still can get top four, and I'm going to back this gaffer. And I know he's making mistakes and that, and I know the players, some of them, I think they're all struggling with the balance of the team and the way we're not playing consistently. And I get all that. We can be upset. No one likes to lose to them goons. Yeah, we don't like it, and especially at home. But at the end of the day, they played us at the best time for them.
Yeah,
let's have it right.
Just the way they play Liverpool.
Yeah, exactly. And they go on like, "Oh, we're beating all this team." And you played United, who, let's have it right, they're doing a bit. They're a bit more comfortable because he plays his regular 11. If you notice, Ten Hag, he plays his regular 11. So they're trying to get consistently continuity. Yeah, and that's how they went and beat Arsenal, mate, at Old Trafford. So when they play City, I think City will beat them as well. And they'll lose another game. And then, they've got this belief about them. What's that?
They lost against Villa.
Yeah. They did actually. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I'm really not too worried about the third and fourth place. I think we can definitely get that. Definitely. We can still do that. Just, I want to see more fight and passion. Yeah. More fight.
People knock that as well. Do you know what? They knock it, bruv. They say, "Oh, you just want a passion merchant, you want this and that, a run merchant and all that." But they don't understand, mate. If you ain't got that as a fundamental basic, then it's useless. It's useless. Big up to Matthew Harris here, for Super Minerals. Big up Johnny and Chelsea Old Boys. We believe in Potter, and Dortmund should be afraid of us, and we will beat them in Germany at the Chelsea. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not going to disagree with that.
I can't wait for the atmosphere over there. They're fucking amazing, Dortmund. So they sing the is it "You'll Never Walk Alone" as well? I think they do that.
Yeah,
I remember that. But
they have you right in the gods, though, didn't they? At Dortmund, a bit like Camp Nou. Do you know what I mean? So
we'll have
it's gonna be a mad one.
We'll get there, definitely. And that's another thing. Everybody's got to understand that we are in transition. We have change. We have sanctions. We had this. We had this. Managers. Left, right, centre. I mean, come on. Give us the benefit of that. We've got players who are not playing in their positions. We've got players who are not fit for our formation or setup or whatever. We need to carry on, but I want to see more fight, more passion with them. That's it. Put on that shirt.
Yeah, put on a shirt and go for it. And this is the thing. I said this when we've got a squad, we can handpick from our squad, without injuries. We have got the best squad in the top four, like compared to City. We've got better squad, more depth than Arsenal and this. But right now we've lost like 4 players, man. Like
massive,
big players. No one else has had that this season. It's only Chelsea.
Well, I'm not crying about it.
I didn't use it as an excuse. No, you saw me with troops, I said to him, ain't an excuse. Like, I'm not using that as an excuse, but let's have it right. If we have a full strength team, we're doing you. Especially after what I witnessed, we're doing
definitely.
Because we would have played the wing backs with James.
Come back to one player now here, somebody who we should not have sold, because this kid had fight, he had absolutely everything. Okay,
Connor.
and that's Billy Gilmore.
Oh, Gilmore. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Why
Because
did we
I'll
sell
tell
him?
you what, I will put him in that midfield. Seriously, I don't care what anyone says. That kid should have been at Chelsea. We got him at such a young age, all right? And I could see fight and everything. I know it's poor like excuses now saying, oh yeah, we sold him, blah. But that kid had something, and I would love to see him there. He had tenacity. He had
You
that
didn't know me
tackle.
before.
You
You
know what
didn't
I
know
mean?
me before.
And those through balls.
Gilmore,
He was
mate.
playing quick passing through balls.
Geezer, that player, he played for City. He could go into Liverpool's team. He could go to Man United's team. They wanted Frankie de Jong. They go and get Billy Gilmore. My mate, straight he fucking loved Gilmore. He said Gilmore ran us ragged for Norwich against Man United when he went away.
Incredible.
It's the thing, right? Before I did this, before you knew me on this platform, my thing with Billy Gilmore, bro, I said last year, do not loan him to Norwich. Fucking don't loan him. Keep him. We need him. Can they all get injured? Cover get injured. That's what I said.
And that's what
What
happened.
did we get left with? Sol, for fuck's sake, and Barclays and all this shit.
Exactly.
And now again this season, I said, don't sell him. He's going to get games. He's going to get the same thing. And they went and sold him for 9 million. He's fucking criminal. Criminal. And they put it on Tuchel, didn't want him. I don't believe that. Maybe he thought, oh, his size and all that. Maybe. I don't know what the narrative is. But fucking hell, he's a Scottish made of bricks, mate.
He's a bulldog. Absolute bulldog,
Yeah.
you know. And it's the same that, you know, that we've got to talk about him and say, why did we get rid of him and blah, blah, you know. I mean, but it's evident there. It's absolutely evident. He loved Chelsea. He was a brilliant little baller. And we need players like that who's got heart and passion and fight in them, you know. I mean, how many times did we see him get man of match? Like, every time. He put for Chelsea, man of match. He played for Scotland. He was getting man of matches everywhere, especially when he played against us, against Declan Rice and Bellingham. Man of the match. You know? This pisses me right off. Seriously.
This is the thing, yeah. That's the one player I think Potter needs to bring back in January. You know that, Chelsea boys. Bring him back, fuck's sake. Get him in. He's our Jorginho replacement for me. He's even better, mate. He'll be fucking clear if he stays at Chelsea. This kid is different gravy. Barcelona tried to get him before we bought him from Rangers. Yeah, no one knows that. Barcelona were after him, right? Because they saw him as the only British player that could fit into their academy, you know, criteria. Yeah, and I've been raving about this kid for God knows how long. And every time we got rid of him, loan, I was going mad, and I was proved right during last season. I've been proved right again this season. You need a profile like Billy. Billy's technically class. He's strong, he's quick, high ball recovery, quick ball recovery, defensive work rate, fucking non-stop. When Mace Declan Rice had to play against him for Scotland with England, Mace had to be on him, like literally on him to stop him playing because he's that good positionally. He's won man of match every debut he's played. No, that's a record. No one's done that. So why the fucking hell? And Potter wanted him.
Exactly.
So it's like, buy him back, geezer. He's perfect for us. And the whole reason he went Brighton was because of Potter.
It just baffles me. All these decisions,
poor decisions, mate.
Poor. And especially like in the midfield positions where we need cover and we need help in there. What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Incredible.
I just got to address this fucking thing. You're saying Troops made me melt. You having a fucking laugh, geezer. Does this geezer not know what? I'm a self-made fucking geezer, self-made platform, mate. No one's made me, fella. No one.
Absolutely no one, Johnny. You've done it yourself, mate.
Yeah.
You've done it yourself.
And I'm getting a lot of stick from even some Chelsea fans in the fucking, you know, and all that. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, have you not watched me? Do you not watch me? Because I had this Troops fella on. Do you not watch me and what I say and how I talk about my club? I'm not like those other people, mate. No. I'm not.
Never have been.
Whenever I ever disrespected my club, whenever I ever fucking mudded my own club, never to nobody, but nobody.
Never had to.
Well, never. Yeah, cool. Yeah, doesn't matter who I have. Look, and I'll see Troops again. You know what I mean?
People like Troops, right? We've been mudding them for years, right? Because they've been on their hands and knees crying, all right? Because they nothing. Yeah, they're nothing like us. End of. Okay, and they will never be like us. all right? And this year, I'll give them credit. They're playing really well. They've had the manager who's been there for 3 years, all right? He's putting a system in place. He's got the right players because they've got a director of football, which is that Edu. Okay, they've been buying the right players, good players and young players, and they've done really well. Yeah, but they give me no shit, man. Yeah,
No.
like they're bringing it onto you. Come on, man. First time.
They're
For
not made
years,
like this,
they're
mate.
nothing.
They're not made like
Nothing.
this. We're built like this,
Never.
mate. This is what we're built. Like I told
Nothing.
Lee Gunner, the geezer, and he knows exactly. He said it himself. He's probably one of the very few Arsenal fans that even admitted Chelsea are bigger. You know what I mean? We've got four, 2 Europa Cups, 2 Europa League Cups. We've got the fucking 2 big ear trophies.
That's
We've
it.
got
We see
Super
things.
Cups. We see things they'll never see. Let's have it right.
Definitely.
You know,
And even if they win, the Champions League, remember one thing: they've still got to win the Super Cup, and they've got to win
Club World
the
Cup.
World. Exactly, mate. And they ain't gonna fucking do that.
And they've got to win more than one. How many Super Cups we done, geezer? We done just the one in it because we lost against fucking Atletico Madrid.
Real
didn't we?
Madrid, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When was it? 99.
Yeah, but we got Cup Winners' Cup. We got Cup Winners' Cup.
Cool. Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. We've
So,
got
do
it
you know
all
what I
up.
mean? We had Zolas and all that. We had fucking ballers, mate. This is the thing, geezer. Like, they're enjoying it now, but I tell you what, I still think they're going to dip off. I really do, and I think once they get those injuries, like I said, their squad's thin like MJ's nose, mate. They're gonna dip, mate.
Yeah.
So that will be the test, and let's see how they react to that. Because right now they're very overly confident, mate. You know, and they do it every year. You know what I mean?
Heard it all before, innit?
Yeah. We've heard it all before, but let's have it right. We've got this geezer. Look at the legend here, bruv. Let's have it right. Yeah. Let's rub it in. And just for all the Mount haters, yeah, let's have it right. Club World Cup, mate. I ain't seen that.
Definitely.
So, you know, it is what it is. But
it is what it is. Go on, Ash. Go on, Cashley Cole. Love ya.
Cashley Cole, in it. What a baller. Best left back ever.
Cole.
Premier League, mate. Best ever.
Yeah.
There is no one better than him. No one.
I know.
100%.
But look, we're going to get it right, okay? Eventually, yeah. Whether it's 1 year, 2 years, whatever. But I'm telling you now, Bowley and Clearlake, they know, all right, they're going to put all the infrastructure right, okay? They've got a big job on their hands. Once they do that, we're going to get everything right at Chelsea. Okay, so this year will be pain. I know, like, we're throwing the fucking dummies out the pram at the moment, and that, like, you know, our defeats here and there and everything. I know it's upsetting, blah, blah, blah. We want to see more fight, more of that passion. You know, I keep bringing that up, but it's going to come right because we are Chelsea, right? And no investor like Bowley comes in and spends all that money, okay, to have a mediocre team. Yeah?
No,
because
he
it
will
will be
do
much.
that. Yeah,
He will.
Yeah.
I know he will. Yeah. But
you know what I'm worried about, Chelsea old boys? The only thing I'm worried about is after 10 years. That's the only thing I'm worried about with these lot. Because that's when they can take money out and all that business. Depending on how successful they keep us going and elevate us to, we do have to be wary of that.
I
But apart from that,
worry about that because the two clubs which Bowley owns, which is in America, I think it's the Lakers and Dodgers.
Yeah.
They're the most successful teams out there, and they do spend money out there. So they don't want mediocre. If they want mediocre, they can go and buy the fucking Leicesters and the Aston Villas and all these other like soft fucking teams and that. Yeah, they bought Chelsea and they're going to make them great. Yeah, they will. So even after 10 years, they're still going to make us great. Yeah, I do have faith and belief in them because Abramovich didn't sell to them, okay, and they were the last people he did sell to them, all right, for no reason. He sold it to them because he believed in them, all right, made them put that money away, okay, and they will spend money, yeah. So
it's just they got to spend it right, geezer. This is the difference, though. Spend it right, because Roman didn't get it always right. he bought
He didn't.
players and he always spent, but he didn't always get it right. You know, we made some silly signings, or when we were winning, we didn't go in
But
again.
every
And
club's done that, Johnny.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
I think City have spent quite well though. If
They
you
have,
look at
but
their,
they've made massive mistakes as well. But the difference with
yeah,
City as well, when they do make mistakes, they ship
they
out those
rectify
players
it.
immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
But
Yeah, we
remember,
don't. Yeah,
right? Bowley's seen that model and he's getting the director of football, the technical directors, the recruitments, and so forth. So he's going to put that all in place so we can build something. And then they can sit down with the manager and say, right, this is the system we play. We're going to play it from the youth to the first team. All right, these are the players we want to attract. This is the system we want to attract. And this is the way we're going to be executing our football. And they're going to keep that system in place. Yeah. And then if we need to change managers, yeah, they're going to bring in the same type of managers, the same type of quality who play that type of football. So we don't change the way we play and the system. Yeah. And it will happen. So we need to give them
because
time.
you're right. You buy players with versatility, with attributes, so that
Cool.
even if you did change the manager, you've got players that can be molded to whatever. That's the difference. Like
Massive.
we didn't buy like that. So now I agree. The personnel we're getting behind the scenes, the directors, and two of them are from City, well, with heritage from City, knowledge of City, and their model.
Yeah.
They will bring that to Chelsea, and we will get. Hopefully, we get that Edwards fella. Hopefully, we get him because he's definitely one of the top tier ones.
Yeah, it's going to be
And then you're
Lambert, Joe
building-
Shields,
yeah,
Lambert,
Joe
Joe
Shields,
Shields,
yeah,
Vival, and Michael Edwards as the
Christopher.
DOF.
Yeah,
So
that's
those
the team,
four
innit?
are going to be,
Yeah.
of course it is. Yeah. And
That's-
it will
that's
be.
a
So
real network.
we're doing, yeah. And they need to work with the manager. But that's what Arsenal have been doing for the past 2 and 3 years with Edu. They've identified the system, the way they play, okay, and the way they want to carry on, all right, with that identity. And that's the difference. We ain't got that identity at the moment.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
and we need to get that. We used to have an identity. Yeah, we've lost it. But I know for 100%, 129%, as you say, actually, we are going to get that identity. We will
With
get
Potter. I think Potter will bring it, Geese.
Well,
I think he'll land the
yeah.
minerals because I love his blueprint. I love the way he plays football, and I want
Yeah.
that. And also
I do.
we can be killer.
Mm.
But the thing is, he's going to have the resources. But where I think the difference is between us and that North London pot shit softies, them
Cool.
lot, we will do it quicker.
Of course we will. Of course we will, Johnny.
And that's the difference.
Johnny,
They've had to wait 4 years.
We are 5 players away. Yeah, we are literally 5 players away. Yeah, we need our 2 DMs, another attacking midfielder. Yeah, with a creative winger and a striker. Yeah, that's all we need. I'll tell you what, another right wing back for James. Yeah.
Yeah, we need a back. I think they're going to get back up
That's
right
it.
wing back.
We're going to have
Chelsea boys, I want to ask you this, yeah, for real, yeah. Would you re-sign Jorginho?
I would only
250
re-sign
or
him
whatever.
by giving. No, I won't. But I'll tell you, if Kante comes back through his surgery, and I see that he plays well, I'll re-sign Kante and get rid of Jorginho. Yeah,
facts. Yeah,
that's what
I agree.
do. End of.
I agree.
Because I believe Declan Rice and that Alvarez can do that DM job for us and get another 8 in there who can play with Mount to give that thrusting, that beautiful football, that crazy football, linking, our defense, midfield into attack. That's what I want to see. And that's imperative. We don't have that fucking, we ain't got no balance, no nothing. And then our forward players, how the hell are they going to create anything if we ain't got that balance? We need that balance. It's just criminal, absolutely criminal.
It's facts. If you don't have the balance, then you can't be consistent. And you need to have the depth of balance. So you have to have a backup DM or 2 DMs, at the very least.
Exactly.
Because to play an expensive back 4, you need to have your protection in front. We had Macca's, we've had Kante, You've
Yeah.
had Mikel, you've had Essien. You need those, the Bisons, the generals in
Exactly.
there
You
that
know it.
clean up. And
Exactly.
Kante's that guy. Like, he wouldn't let
Yeah.
fucking Party breathe.
No
He
way.
wouldn't have let
Destroy.
Shaka play and all
No
that.
way. Nothing.
He'd be so
Absolutely
quick
nothing.
to them.
Mm.
They'd be forcing errors, and this is a big thing.
Yeah.
Kante, for me, he's irreplaceable. There's no one like N'Golo in world football. There is no one
Exactly.
like him. So
They got away
I think
scot-free.
yeah, they did. And the thing
They did.
is, I think he was avoiding surgery all this time, and it came
Yeah.
to a point where you're just not going to get back because you're just going to get
Exactly.
injured again. So we have to do
Definitely.
it.
So
And
this
hopefully this will
a
bring
blessing
back
in
a
disguise.
rejuvenated.
A
Yeah, we
blessing
want
in
to
disguise,
rejuvenate.
you know. Yeah. I can't wait to
Because I
see
would
him up.
pay him. I'd pay him the big money
Definitely.
if he was
I'll
fit.
give him that. The 2+1,
I'm going.
take that, and that's it. You know,
Yeah,
and rebuild
facts.
your midfield with them. Definitely.
Because he
We-
helps
we-
you. He's the world class quality to help you with the transition to move to the next stage. He buys you that time to get to the next
Yeah.
stage. It's worth the money, mate. Because
Yeah.
you ain't going to buy what other player you're going to buy without spending over 100 million to get someone near enough Kante
course.
who's not going to be a Kante.
Definitely.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
And I think Potter would love Kante in his team, mate.
Huh.
Fucking hell, he'd love him.
Anybody does. Anybody. You know, the first 3 games we had, which was Everton, and then we played Tottenham. I mean, Tottenham, he bossed it. Incredible. And since then, we ain't been the same. Our midfield's not been the same. Nothing. You know,
Facts.
it's just fucking. It's
When
so
you lose
upsetting.
Cobber and you lose Kante, it's like
We got nothing. We're stripped. We got nothing, and
Yeah,
we don't even have like a Gilmore in there to fucking help us.
no.
You know what I mean?
Young, hungry
Frustrating.
Gallagher's Connor. He's got heart and he gives it and that, but he's not. He still
Different
needs
type
that.
of player. He's a number
He's
8.
different. He's
You
an
know?
8. Yeah, he's an
He
8.
links the midfield to the attack. You know,
Yeah.
he's our number 8, and that's what we need.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, he's not a anyway. But yeah, you know, even Mount, I like to see Mount actually go back into a pivot. Yeah, with say even like Kovacic. Oh, he will ball out even better actually from there. He'll get more busy, all right, more creative, and ping out quicker balls as well. So maybe that'll be a difference. I'd love to see him there. Do you
This is
remember
the
him?
thing in
was
the
it?
friendly. Did you see him in the
Yeah.
friendly with
He was
Georgie and he
fucking
outplayed
amazing.
Georgie? He won man of match
Amazing.
and he scored that outside the
Yeah.
box, didn't he?
Of course.
He
Because,
won the game.
yeah.
He's
His
a Scholesy,
work rate,
mate.
everything.
He's
Yeah.
been compared to Scholesy, mate. Scholesy was like the player that runs the game. I don't know why he doesn't play him in the 6-6 or whatever.
God
He's
knows.
just,
Absolutely God knows.
it's because he wants. Do you know what? Yeah, I think it's simple as this: the players we have at the minute, currently in the front line, are not great at pressing or leading the
No,
press like
they're
Mace is.
not.
Mace is the best at that.
Yeah.
He's fucking
And we know
so
that.
switched on.
Yeah.
So switched on. That's why I get pissed off with Lewis when he comes out at Mace. He's always come fucking gunning at Mace all the time. He's always gunning at him, bruv. It's just
Yeah,
like.
Look, I'm not going to blame too much Lewis here, right? Because so many other Chelsea supporters say that Mount, all he does is run around like a headless chicken, trying to close down the space, all right? He does more work without the ball, and he plays better without the ball than with the ball. And that's what they're all saying, okay? So it's just not Lewis and that. But you got to, they need to understand that if the midfield, our midfield, is not clicking and not working, okay, how the hell
They're made ineffective. Exactly. But they don't
see
send that message. They don't just see it. They don't understand it, bruv.
They don't. Exactly.
That's what I was trying to tell him.
Yeah, of course. And then if we got to cover Georgie in that midfield position, because he ain't the best, okay, but when he is good in that game, okay, because he has to be, and he's trying even harder, they think, oh, Georgie was the best, but everybody else was crap around him.
Correct.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's that they have to work fucking extra hard when he's in the team. They don't talk about that.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, Mace has to work extra hard, not just Mace, but he does have to work extra hard. And also your transitions, he doesn't get the ball quick enough in the position so that he can be effective in the pockets that he's found to be in, to expose the opposition. And this is what people don't read in the game. And the real ones that understand won't fucking come at Mace because they know that the very minimum he's doing that naturally anyway.
Yeah.
Because he wants our team to win, bruv. He's
Of course,
proper Chelsea, bruv.
definitely.
Fucking
Definitely.
like I say, when you don't have Reece James, you don't have Mason Mount, we're fucked. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
We're fucked.
Definitely. That
And we've got one of them
cohesion-
down, and we can see how we're struggling.
Yeah, we are. Definitely. Well, and Kante.
In moments. Yeah, Kante, of course. I mean, look, let's take that Real Madrid game, home and away.
My
Yeah,
God.
right. When
Incredible.
we won, mate, we had Mason Mount with Kante and Georgie, and because we didn't have cover in those games, remember?
No,
And
didn't.
we literally run them ragged.
Yeah.
Like we're talking
did.
about Modric, Casemiro, and Cruz. Are you mad? Why do you think Kroos was giving it the big one when we were at the Bernabeu after Mace scored and all that? And yeah, because he knows he got done by Mace big
Yeah.
time.
Definitely.
Oh, we don't lose sleep over anyone at Chelsea. Yeah, well, Mace says, well, you lose sleep over us as a team. That's for
Yeah.
sure. That's what I love, his mentality as a
course.
team. He didn't say you lose sleep over Kante or this and that. You lose sleep over us as a team. And that is what he is. He's a team player.
Exactly.
And this
yeah.
is where people misconstrue about Mason Mount. They don't get it. And
Yeah.
maybe they never will. You know, I mean, has he not delivered enough already at a young age to prove that he's fucking worthy to wear the shirt and be Chelsea? Crying out loud. What's wrong with people?
I know.
And this is why I have a go at Lewis, because he has dickheads on his platform that fucking don't understand, or
Yeah.
some of them don't even go to games and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not discrediting people that don't go to games, but
No.
you know, you've got to understand. Like there's a criteria,
Yeah.
there's a DNA at Chelsea, and these boys have come through that DNA, and that the grassroots, and they love this club. So, you know, when they give everything, they're the bottom of the list to come and fucking.
But they're Cobham boys, aren't they? You know,
yeah,
and we've got
mate.
to give them massive respect out of that, because when we don't produce youth, all right, they say, oh, we don't do like produce youth and it's that. When we do, and we do play them, they're not good enough.
And we'll go and sell him. Just sell him, and then they go and ball out somewhere else.
Exactly.
And then you're like, oh, why did we sell him? Who sold him? You know, it's just like you can't win with these guys. You can't win with them, and that's it, bro. That's why I didn't have Lewis on today, because I'm not entertaining it. Maybe another day we'll do it, and he can.
I know,
but
like, even with Lewis, as I said, and that it's his frustration as well. I mean, like,
I said that in the stream today. Yeah,
if Man ain't playing well, all right, Havertz had the chance, to square that ball back. If he did, bang, that would have been the goal. Yeah, that is the difference. Yeah, massive fucking difference. So, you know, Havertz, we love him. He was playing in that position. He should have had it, though, in his head to understand, play it back, pull it back, all right, and we would have been 1-up. The game would have completely changed, though, John.
And I agree with that. I do agree with that. And I was very pissed off at that moment, like with him, because I think he should have done better. But at the same time, in his defense, I would say, how often has he actually played in that number 10 in this team? And he hasn't. So it's like,
Johnny,
you've got to deliver. I get it. I
understand. That's his natural position. Yeah. And we've been saying we want to play him in there. All right. So he should have been smarter. He should have been clever. And he could have just squared it back as well. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe it got better with him. You know. So
I thought he grew into the game, if I'm being honest. Because at the start he didn't start very well, but then I felt like his touches got a little bit better or whatever.
Did he? I mean, his touches were just they were piss poor, Johnny. Let's be honest, all right? Because so many times he was losing the possession, losing the possession of the ball, all right, to Ben White and so forth. It was really frustrating. It really was. And I love him. I wanted a ball out. Yeah, of course. I wanted a ball out. 100%, because you know we are afraid that we get rid of him and we know what's going to happen. They ball out somewhere else, then they come back to England and then they're fucking world-class talent. We're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So we give them benefit of the doubt, but first off, let's address our midfield. Yeah, let them address up. Once I see that, then I can say, right, let's see what they do now, because we've got the right midfield. They're playing quick, fast balls. Yeah, our transition's much better. Now it's down to them. And if it's not down to them, then we can come to them and talk about them. Yeah, right? I think fair is fair. You know, so benefit.
I would
of
say
that.
this though, that Mitch put a great. What about the ball to Sterling the game before, and that ball was even fucking harder. And this is what I don't understand: is that ball from the left, and he hooked it in, and it went to Sterling. All that Sterling had to do was volley it, or a striker would have
Yeah.
been better there. But
Yeah.
that ball was a fucking KDB ball.
Mm.
So he's got it in him. You know he's got the quality, he's got the minerals. It's just that he played that position, and he doesn't play that position. It's like he played in false nine in the other game, if you remember. And it's like he's gone from playing 10 to
Frustrating.
false nine. It's like,
False.
come on, like Potter, like keep playing him in
Yeah,
that
Brighton
position.
game. The Brighton game.
Yeah, the Brighton game
Yeah.
played in false nine. Yeah,
Exactly.
why? Why?
Don't.
Fucking hell! He just balled out in the game before as a 10.
Exactly.
I don't get it. This is why I sympathise with Kai a little bit. I'm not excusing him for the passes and the touches, yeah. But I do sympathise. And this is where there's no fucking leeway on this guy with anyone.
Yeah.
They just want him
Honestly.
sold, get rid. Fucking
Well, since
it's
we
like
bought
relentless.
him, we've been playing in false nine, out of position, here and there.
Yeah,
everywhere.
exactly.
We know that. And then we've got that cement booted fucking rat. Obviously,
Let's
he was
have
on
it
the
right.
bench, you know.
Yeah.
And this year, again, he weren't really played in his right formation and everything. So now that we have, okay, and he did ball there, why play him again into that false nine? What's the fucking point? You know?
Yeah.
So question marks onto our coaching staff, our coach, and you know, they need to like find the right place for him and just play him there. You know, it's
Facts.
just,
And also that if you notice the brown envelopes are starting to mount a little bit of pressure on Potter. Oh, he's out of his depth. Oh, I want to bring that up actually. Let's bring it up. I want to bring this up because Canna's brought it up.
That's disgusting already. I mean, Jennings, like straight away, you're saying about Tuchel before, all right? And then suddenly, Potter, what the hell was he doing? And blah, blah, blah.
Fucking hell, bruv.
I'll give up. I'll fucking give up.
Look at this geezer. So everyone in the chat, guys, check this out. So this is Jamie Wilkinson. He put, I think Graham Potter would be the first to admit he's out of his depth. How couldn't he be? He has no experience at this level. My concern is how far we're going to fall before he figures it out. So that was the brown envelope. And then Paul Canners, he put, Jamie, this is your opinion. Like many Chelsea Twitter influencers, I'm not sure how qualified you are, but I don't think you're helping the club with posts like this personally. So big up to Canners there for landing the minerals on this geezer. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, proper Chelsea, loves Chelsea. And he's just basically said it there in a nutshell. And this is my message. This is what I've been saying. And I'm glad he's done it. But there needs to be more. Amazing. There needs to be more voices like that on these fucking brown envelopes that are pushing out this negativity, putting unnecessary pressure on a manager that's got enough pressure as it is. And they've done it with Tuchel, geezer. They're relentless on Tuchel. And you got people like Jennings and fucking all the other YouTube influencers and platforms and that. And that's why I lost my rag, bruv. The day he got sacked, I was fucking, I don't know if you watched the stream, you probably did, but I was just like, fuck. Horrible, mate. Horrible,
it's evident. I mean, at least, with our TT, we knew that he was going to get us playing. All right, he knew everything, and anyway, it's just so.
Oh, that's another thing. You just triggered me there. In the game, Arteta, the fucking Lego-headed merchant, bruv. He was out of his technical area. How many times? Was he out of his technical area? And then you got Potter there, sitting, just standing there. When it was like drinks break, or when we had that injury or whatever, a little break, he would be huddling all the players up, and then you didn't have Potter there just with his assistant talking individually, whatever. But my thing is this: if that was Tuchel in there, I guarantee he'd be fucking giving it big. Yeah, he'd be in his head. Yeah, but why? I know Potter's a different style, a different personality, all that. But you've got to connect with the fans as well. And I think that's where Sarri didn't. Lamps did.
Yeah.
Tuchel. It was hard for us to accept Tuchel after Lamps. Let's have it right. And then Tuchel started doing things, and we went and won the Champions League, and we loved him after that. Obviously, it brought us. And we started winning. We get into finals, and then all the shit happened with the sanctions. And then it's like the way he defended our club, loved our club, and we were in turmoil. These are the things. These are the values you look in for your gaffer, and we had it all there for us.
Definitely,
we had a gaffer to build there for fucking 10 years,
and he was in the game for over 18 months.
Yeah.
We could
Yeah.
have built on that, and we didn't. And we nullified it, and we stopped him from fucking progressing our team.
And this is what I do, brother. I blame the brown envelopes,
18
brother. I blame
months.
all these Rory Jennings. I blame
Yeah.
all these fuckers
Of course.
because
All of
they
them.
fed the campaign against Chelsea was there to demolish Chelsea. And I said it on
Yeah.
my stream, bruv, and I should clip it as well. I said that they do not want Chelsea Football Club with these new owners building a legacy under Tuchel.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they got.
Yeah. Yeah. And one other major
They've done their
fact
job.
here,
They've done it. And Bowley buckled it. Bowley buckled it, mate. Buckled it.
and a major point
I think
here,
he bottled it.
all right? Tuchel is not even a 3-4-3 man. He's a 4-2-2-2, 4-2-3-1, and he didn't even have the fucking his own players to play in his right formation, so we can go and elevate even further. You know,
And we would have been so attacking, Geezer. So attacking.
If they listened to him, you know, what he wanted, but no, they had to go out and get the players, which he didn't want, all right? And that fucking nullified our football and everything. Absolutely everything. You know, fucking just fed up with it. Absolutely fed up with it. So let's hope now Bowley's going to sit down, listen to him, listen to Potter and that, and, you know, get the players in, who he wants, the system he wants, and let's see what he can do. That's what we want to see now.
And you know what? Hypothetically, if they did ever sack Potter, it would be a stupid decision because apart from Tuchel, who is out there to go and get? There's no one. There's actually no one.
That's true.
So it's like it's just stupid. That'd be suicidal.
Like with yourself, Johnny. All right. What is your preferred sort of formation which suits us to play good, silky football, all right, aggressive football, and to bring our identity? What is
it's got to be a back four. Definitely back four. I think you do what Pep does and what Tuchel definitely would have done, which is have his left and right backs inverting, or one of them inverting in the midfield to pack the midfield, because they're tactically flexible. And I'd have your two, like he had Neymar and say like an Mbappe or someone, two technically gifted players. A versatile striker. It doesn't have to be a traditional striker. A striker that fundamentally has a fucking first touch, technically good, but intelligent off the ball to allow those goal scoring, those wingers to get into the game, bring them into the game. And then you'd have Mace as that free roaming fucking 8, whatever. And then your DM Declan Rice. And I'd love a Frankie de Jong in there. Someone who's got the ability to progress, be defensively sound, intelligent, but got a beautiful final ball, or just an intelligent player in the middle, you know, to work with Mace. So I'd probably go 4-3-3. That would be my ideal formation. But that would change. I think that would in game. In game, yeah. Of course. So it's almost like you could almost have 3. So you're like, so for example, if you say play Reece, you can have Reece as like right centre back with your 2 centre backs in a back 4 that go to a 3, and then you can have a Frankie de Jong go a little bit out. You've got a Declan Rice sitting. You've got a Mace in front or whatever, and then you've got your left back who's in the midfield but can give you width as well to connect the wingers. That's the way I'd sort of play it.
And you know what? Another big point there is, right? So somebody like Declan Rice, obviously, he's played in defence as well. You know, he can come into defence to make that other 3. So he pushes out the two centre backs wider. He comes into that defence as well as a sitter, right? And then we've got our bombers. You know, it just sets everything up. Just sets absolute everything up, and that's what we need. You know, and that's why it's pivotal to have that DM and 2 of them as well, because we can change and play the way we should be playing.
Because the beauty with Decker's Rice is if you had 2 DMs, you always have that one DM that just sits, but Decker's has got the ability to be a box to box as well and progress, and he can also fill in defence if need be. But you won't need him to fill in defence because he's got the other DM there, and then you can flare it up.
I remember a lot of our defenders, right? They were amazing. Do you remember Gallas, right? Even John Terry, right? And Carvalho, right? Even Alex, actually. They used to ping 40-yard, 50-yard balls up forward, all right? bypassing the fucking midfield and starting off our attacks. We don't have that anymore. Actually, Rudiger used to do that, and we're actually missing that.
We do. We don't have someone
Yeah.
who can progress from the back like that.
Yeah. Those, I'll tell you what, those balls were amazing. They were ping, bang, you know. So
I think Koulibaly could in a 4. I think he's got the ability in a 4, but in a 3, he's not got that decision making. And to be fair, Thiago will do it in the 3 or the 2. Thiago's just different gravy.
Well, Thiago's the only one who does that anyway. I mean, even
he's
on
a ball
Sunday,
player.
he's trying to ping those balls, you know what I mean? So we've got one there, but we used to have more players who can do that. You know,
But that's the difference, Geezer, is that Silva's doing it because he understands the game. That's the only way you break their press to cut them up. But we don't have a midfielder that can do that.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm stressing to
fucking criminal, isn't it, Johnny? Absolute criminal.
How can you not have a midfielder? Geezer, how can you not for 3-4 years have a fucking midfielder that can play long balls?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's always with Georgie, it's always fucking close metrics. Even Cover, he does it now and again, but not like Declan Rice has got a Rolls Royce pass, mate. He's he ping it like it's not just Declan. You see Bellingham doing it as well, and you know Mace does it. Mace can pick a pass like that,
of course. And that's why I was saying, like even Mace
playing deeper.
Playing deeper.
Yeah, I agree.
It will actually ball out even better for us. It'll give us that engine in there. That engine's so fucking important, you know. Pressing back, forwards, you know, that pass it can take on the player. Come on, you know. If Alexis Smirtin back in the days can do that, I'm sure. Right, man can fucking do that.
Of course he can.
You know?
He'll do whatever the gaffer asks of him. But this is the thing. It's like Potter's got to make the call now. He's got to make the decisions here. He's got to make the decisions. He's got to fucking land it now. It's squeaky bum time, so to speak. You know what I mean? You got to,
definitely.
You know, you've got 2 games now to turn it in our favour to start us off for the next second part of the season after World Cup. And hopefully, you know, it goes all right.
I'm not really worried about the next 2 games, right? Whether we win, lose, or draw, or whatever, get this World Cup over, get us into January. Hopefully, we get our Reece back and Fofana. Okay, that would like make us a bit more solid. Get another DM, and then once we get Kante back, we're going to be a completely different team. We will be again. And I see that, and I know that, and I can smell that. You know, I've still got, you know, trust and belief in my team and that. But it's going to take a little bit of time. Let's get over this pain at the moment, and Potter's got a
facts.
Yeah, I just hope.
I agree. I agree, Geezer. Someone's tagged me in an Nkuku thing. Cursor, I wouldn't buy into any of that. At the end of the day, no deals can be done. Transfer talking now before the window's open and that. I don't buy into any of it. So we're not going to feed into that brown envelope rubbish. But for me, I'm just want to get the World Cup done because I think then the players come back and they'll give it their all. There's nothing to think about. You know, there's no in the back of the mind. You know, because as a footballer, especially when you're young, you want to play World Cup. You know, you want to play for your country, innit? So
it's the back of their minds.
Yeah, of course, and it's for everyone. It's just
as well, you know.
Yes,
don't want to get injured. Yeah, fuck it. It's just come on. The season starts again. All right, in January. Our season starts. That's how I see it now. All right. I'm just gonna like forget everything. What's happened there? The past Tuchel, sanctions, blah blah blah. New owners. The season will start in January. That's when I want to see our players ball out there. Yeah, because they got something to prove and show their fan base and the love of that jersey, and they're gonna have to do that. They have to.
And I think they will. And there's nothing stopping Potter just getting us on a fucking run. I think once you get momentum, we need that momentum. We've lost momentum under Tuchel. We've lost momentum this whole season. We need momentum. We need to get a few good results and keep it going and build on that, those winning sides, and build on it and tweak it depending on who you play. That's just basic football. And I think once we can, why can't we? We've got enough quality. Like I know these players are quality, mate. It's just that inconsistency and changes is a there's a lot of factors. This is the thing, Chelsea boy. It's a lot of factors. It's not just one or two. And this is why people scapegoating individual players, whoever they are, that's not the answer.
No.
That's not going to do any favors, mate. You know, it's like the problems stem from the top right to the bottom because we're rebuilding, for fuck's sake.
Of course. Mm.
You know, that's the whole point of
Yeah,
the
of
term
course.
rebuild. But people want to forget. It's like, do you know what it is, Chelsea? I think they can't comprehend. It's registering that Chelsea are going to be in a bit of a situation where we're unpredictable. We don't know whether we're going to make the top four. And if we don't make top four, how embarrassing is that?
Yeah.
Because we're so used to for all these years being, but sometimes you've got to go through the pain to gain. And I still think we'll get top four and we can still gain.
We finished 10th. We finished 10th, and the following season we fucking won the league. Yeah. And then we finished outside again. Was it with Conte? We finished 5th.
Conte,
6th.
yeah. Yeah. No, we finished, and then we went Europa, didn't we? With what's his name? Sarri and that.
Was I crying?
Yeah.
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 We knew what happened, everything, blah blah blah. We just got on with it, you know. Yeah, these things are going to happen at our club and that, but we need Bowley now, all right? Not to make the same mistakes of what Abramovich done. So if we do win trophies, yeah, and we win the league or the Champions League, go out and buy another 2 to 3 more players, freshen up our squad, okay? Put that fear factor into our players, like we just signed these players and they got to be on their mettle, all right, to rise them even more. Because usually when we were winning, we weren't investing in the squad. We were getting mediocre fucking players in there, all right? And our squad went down a bit. And their character and this and that. So their swagger was on the pitch like, yeah, we can beat anyone, but it doesn't work that way. So we need to go out and get quality players every year, thick and thin. Yeah.
Do you believe that we can? Because there's a part of me that thinks that we can win the Champions League. I think even if we don't do that well in the league, I just feel that once we get the players back, Reece, Kante, Kovacic fitter. And depending on how the injuries go in the World Cup, because that's pivotal, yeah, we have to see what happens there to make a real call. But I think the way we are built is for Champions League, like predominantly, and the key part of that is Thiago Silva, Georgie, and I think a lot of our players currently in the squad have won it. They know how to get over the line. With the league, it's different. That's why Arsenal won't win the league, even though they're playing well. None of their players have won fuck all to get to that point. They might have Partey's won a La Liga. Jesus and Zinchenko have won the league. They've got those players, but you need like more than just 2-3 players. You need 5-6 players in that squad that know what to take to win. And we've got more than that won the Champions League, and they turned up at Bernabéus and they've turned up on a big stage. So I think under Potter, he's more suited to Champions League football. Weirdly enough, I don't know why, but it seems that he's more suited to that than he is to Premier League with Chelsea.
Yeah,
and that's why I think we've got every chance to
and
go
that's
all the way.
because of the pace of the football, voice, Johnny, as well. Because European football's completely different,
slower,
to the Premier League, and that we ain't got the right players, as we said. We can't compete for the league, but we can compete for cups because 6. What was it? 6 cup finals.
6 cup finals. He won 3 of them. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So our team is more motivated for that and built for that. Yeah. So we can go all the way, and I think Potter can get the best out of our players for that. Yeah. But we want.
Can you imagine if he? Can you fucking imagine the scenes?
Fucking hell, mate!
Fucking hell, bro.
That'd be insane. That'd be insane.
Fucking,
Definitely.
What's everyone going to say? Tuchel came in fucking whatever and won the Champions League, and Potter comes in the next year after and wins it. Fucking hell.
That'd be insane, bro.
Let's have it right. Let's live the dream,
Harry
mate.
Fucking Potter. Come on, son.
Harry Potter. So this, before we wrap it up, this is our CEO. This is what he said.
We've got to play in the Champions League, so we're looking forward to going there. And as I said, Man City was in their group last year, this time, so we hope to be talking to our friends at City to get a little bit of insight into Dortmund from that point of view.
Okay, Chelsea is not struggling, but could be a little better. So you think in 3 months' time, a lot of time, Chelsea is up on the top level, or do you still have problems in the moment?
Well, there's an English expression. There's a lot of water to flow under the bridge yet between now and February. You know, you've got the World Cup, you've got the transfer window. So I would say that when we do meet each other in February, it probably may well be two different teams that if we were to play tomorrow, for example.
Let's have it right. Love that.
So that's our new CEO, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. So he's basically sending a message there, you know, to the Chelsea fans. We're building with Potter. Let's get behind him. I think that's why he's come out and said stuff like that.
Well, we are behind him and that, but
Yeah, of course
they've
we
got
are.
to be behind him as well, right, Johnny?
Yeah,
Right?
works both
And they-
ways. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, actually, it only works one way. They got to trust in him, get him the players he needs. All right, we're going to need players in January, okay, so we can move on. Because if they don't do that, we're going to be in the same position and the same predicament, and we're going to be moaning about our midfield. So they need to change that. Yeah. Period.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Period.
I agree with that. And
Yeah.
they need to back him.
They do. Otherwise,
we will, but
don't give him a 5-year contract, all right, and wait for fucking 3-4 years, because they won't. There's no way in hell they're going to wait for 3-4 years. Yeah, trust me. Yeah,
they want a year and a half. But I think two max.
Two transfer windows, and next year, okay, we're going to push on, close the gap, be in top 4, and the following season we're going to go for it. We have to. That's the only way. Yeah, that's what I see.
Unless he goes and wins, like, you know, Champions League.
If he does, please, come on, bring it on. Bring it fucking on.
Give us the 3-star, mate. We'll be fucking mudding all those goons and all them fucking. We're mudding them anyway, but we're going to extra mud them, cement them in, bruv. You see the woods there? They're going in there, bruv.
Gonna bury him behind there, bruv. Come on. Good.
Let's have it right, bruv.
I love it. I love it.
All right, Geezer. Lovely to have you on.
Definitely, bruv. You know, lovely talking to you guys. Smash the likes, everybody. Subscribe, you know, or even become a member to the best platform for all your Chelsea news and all your daily minerals from our top boy Johnny. Yeah, come on, let's have it right.
Let's have it right, Geezer.
We love you, Johnny. All right.
Big up to you, Geezer. Love your support.
Always, bro.
Appreciate it.
Always, man. Come on, up the Chelsea. See you later,
up
bro.
the Chelsea. See you soon. Tomorrow, Geez. Let's go. Bye. Bye. Big up to everyone in here. A long stream. Minerals landed. I told you this stream takes you on a journey, bruv. I did send Lewis the link, DM, but maybe didn't want to come on or whatever. But it was there to let everyone know. That's it. I've landed. I've said what I wanted to say. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. Go and clip it, bruv. Clip the minerals landed, bruv. And big up to all your support, guys. Socials, Minerals FC, Twitter, Instagram. It's everywhere. And we'll have Chelsea Old Boys on all the time. Love the geezer. Talks absolute sense. And I love it. And proper Chelsea, and that's what we are on this channel. We speak to support and love our Chelsea. So big up to you guys. I'm going to leave you as always with the outro, and make sure you drop your comments down below at the end of the stream, and let's have it right. We are the daddy of London. We always have been the daddy of London. And I think forever it will be that. And let's get the 3rd star, guys. Let's get the 3rd star. But we see things they'll never see. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. Land your minerals everywhere you go. Stay safe. Be good. Keep winning. And I'll see you soon. Up the Chelsea. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's go.
Mate, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.